shout out to the Dub. Hey,
watch this.
Hey, number one Dub.
Football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go Hoods. Put it in work, go good. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach trying to stand on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay Mack, he be on the scene, rocking the gear, it's so clean. He rise and go easy, off the easy, push easy. With my steppers, our special gifts, making places so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All my fans, we so needy. Cause they need to hear them talk about that club. We do it for the dub. 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 That GF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That GF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Pat O'Teasy, Jeremy McInnes, Coach Carr, and Brian Riser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the number one talk show. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out.
Going to the next round. Salute. Get ready.
Dub salute. Hey.
Thank you. Love the Dub.
Yes, sir. Give me a salute.
Oh, how y'all do? Y'all just doing that salute?
Yeah,
all right, I like it. Boom. I pop it.
Boom, I'm popping it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's grow, man. Let's go. Sunday night. We here. We here. It's on. It's on. We are here. It's Sunday night. The Final Four. Whew. Man, tell me the season ain't went by fast. Good Lord.
Yeah, man.
Man, it just seemed like yesterday I was getting roasted for my preseason poll. Right?
Yeah, right.
You know, I was offending everybody on the rankings.
How fast, Jay?
And everybody that was offended, you know, they ain't playing right now.
Say,
I'm just saying. So I might not have been wrong. I might not have been that wrong. You know, what's happening to B-Rise, man? How's your weekend, man? How you feeling?
man, my weekend was good. How's it going, fellas? Man, man, I know them picks, man. Say, man, it's crazy how Jay. I went 19-1. And next week, man, I'm probably in last place, man. Say so. It's crazy. I like coming at you fast, man.
Yeah, you can't be on top forever, be right.
I know, but anyway.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good, fellas.
Yes, sir. Young Solomon. We got the young protege. Solomon.
Bro.
AKA the Scouts Eye. Is that it? Am I getting it right? The Scouts Eye?
Yeah, the Scout Side, the Scouter Report, whatever you want to call it, man.
Scouts Eye, the Scouting Report. I gotta get it right, man. I ain't gonna disrespect the brand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Another good week. I've been looking forward to this one all day. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I've been this excited for a show in quite some time. So yeah, I'm excited. Y'all's emergency show got me hyped up and ready for the debate.
Hey, we gonna put that emergency show to bed. You know, we're gonna finish that off with everybody's opinion about that. But it's good to have you on, man, because like I said, we got some deep breakdowns to do when we're talking about the upcoming games for sure. And you always want to go to the scouting report where you get them breakdowns. Yes, and now, last but not least, the most hated man outside of J-Mac. Everyone's favorite passer.
Hey, you know what it is, gentlemen. I'm gonna say J-Mac, B Rise, my man Solomon Grundy. As you see, I had to change my name tonight to I am the Jermaine Jackson of the Dub tonight. The reason being is everybody talking about Michael Jackson because he had Beat It and Who's Bad, but Jermaine Jackson was the real gangster because he stood up to his daddy Joe and said, "I'm not leaving Motown. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Don't take it personal. Take the bitter with the sweet. Easy come, easy go. I'm ready tonight. Motown just signed me because of my rap on the emergency show, man. I just got signed to a 20-year deal. So I'm ready, man. They done picked me up."
Hey, man, I'm pretty sure everybody got a lot of opinions tonight. Everybody got opinions tonight. I promise. If you ain't got no opinion about what just went down or what's coming up, I'm telling you right now, leave the show. Because I'm not trying to hear no political. I'm not trying to hear I ain't trying to hear no PC opinions. I want to know your true opinions.
Oh, yeah.
If you ain't got it, I'm telling you right now, I ain't doing it. So I need y'all to give us the real. Because we down. This is what you holding back for?
Yeah.
Right.
What you holding back for? We ain't holding back tonight, man. It's a lot of good football, man. And I'm excited, man. I do want to touch on real quick, man. Get y'all opinion, man. What y'all think about this? As y'all saw, man, my Texas Longhorns got left out the college playoffs and Notre Dame, which I'm surprised. You left two of the top grossing programs in sports, in college sports, out of the playoffs. Just wondering what y'all opinion about that before we hit this high school stuff.
Oh, man.
Man, I'll go first because I don't have too much to say on it, man. Anything that's new, it takes some time, man. They still trying to work it out. I think it's gonna be a while before we get to a point where people are happy. But I mean, even back in the day when it was the votes and teams should have won and they get left out third place, it's just you can't please everybody, J-Mac, and you got the short end of the stick this year, man. You and my older brother, he been in his text message all day talking about them Longhorns, but it is what it is.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it hurt my feelings, man. Yeah, shout out to Jay Grimes, man. Yeah, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, that mule is smooth. That mule is smooth. I'm gonna tell you like that.
My boy.
What you think about it, Pastor, about these playoffs, man? You have an opinion on it?
Hey, man, I'm gonna ask a question if anybody know out there in the chat or here on the panel. When's the transfer portal open? When can athletes officially transfer?
January, ain't it?
But what they do? I know it's January, but what's the exact date? Is it the 2nd?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure the exact date. I think it's sometime in January.
But why you ask?
The reason why I ask, man, because the reason why I say that because all the Texas Longhorn athletes need to transfer to JMU. That's what they need to do and play for them and then transfer back. That's what they need to do. You gonna sit up there and have some Rudy Poo team that y'all know is gonna get beat. They're gonna have to put another some more lights on the scoreboard, man. I don't even know why they got them in there. Why are we doing that? Man, this is comical to me, man. It really is.
Yeah, it is. It is, man. I just think it's bad for Texas because it's like they talking about you lost against Florida, but Alabama lost against Florida State, and they got blew out this past weekend. So I ain't trying to hear about that. It's just bad. Coach Coleman, hey man, you like these jackets, Coach Coleman? They all nice.
What's up, man?
Yeah, shout out to Willow.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
they all nice. I ain't even gonna lie. So y'all see us on the sideline near you, just stop.
Already, boy.
And if anybody want one, just hit up Coach Carl. He'll be happy to sell you to you.
Oh yeah.
He'll be happy to sell it to you.
Don't be asking for the free.
It ain't for the free, man. You know what? I learned, man. You know, I was giving away all these free shirts the first 2 years of the show, man. And it ain't appreciated. I ain't seen now shirt worn yet. All the coaches mowing the yard and changing oil in my shirt. You know what I'm saying? They out here washing windows with my shirt. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen nobody wear the darn shirt. So I said, I ain't passing out no more free shirt. Y'all can buy one. Holler at Coach Carr. He'll be happy to sell you one. I ain't giving nothing away free unless you gave me some free stuff. So if you don't gave me some free gear, we'll hook you up. No doubt. No doubt. Shout out Mike Riley. Shout out, man, to the homie, man. I see you visuals.
Man, we got a full house tonight, Jay.
Full house, man. They want to talk this good talk, man. But yeah, now I need everybody to chat. I want y'all to. I got a question for y'all. Best game this past weekend, and I'm gonna ask y'all that too on the panel. What was the best game this weekend?
Let me go first. The best game this weekend, Jay, was North Crowley and Allen. Jay, the reason why, Jay, I think no one picked Allen to win. It's like they was like the live underdog, Jay. Think about it, Jay. We talk about a 14-0 team, a live underdog. And man, they came out, they won front square, all phases of the game. So shout out to Allen. That was the best game. In my opinion, you know.
Okay. That was. I don't think you can really be wrong on any answer. Honestly, B-Rise, but yeah, I'll say for me, Melissa Argyle. It was only one I believe that I watched that came down to the wire. So yeah, Melissa and Argyle for me was a good one. That Melissa defense, yeah.
Pastor?
Hey man, for me, it was Lone Star. Because this sets up the matchup. I know it ended up being a blowout, but Lone Star is playing the way I thought they would. They got their patty melts. They're at the Waterburg off the Toll in El Dorado, and Lone Star. Hey, Ron, I know you in the chat. You better get ready because Miss Hart gonna get you, man. Miss Hart bit on his neck. So that to me, that was the best game because I put it in there because they have players going both ways. Shout out to the two-way players.
I remember that conversation. Pastor, I think the main thing you missed last week, just real quick, was we was talking about it depends on who you play. Spencer was saying you don't do that against a team like Sock because you're going to pay the price. But you all right. You can do it if you're playing against the right team. Like Highland Park, yeah, you can play both ways.
Yeah, and I play them all the time. It's spot playing them. It's not putting them out there full time on offense and defense. But yeah, shout out to Lone Star. Shout out to Gross. Because you heard my call. I was begging him to come out and show out. And he's been showing up and showing out in the playoffs. And so as Hart and that sophomore quarterback. Yes, sir. So that was the game of the week for me.
Okay. Hey man, shout out to hey, you know what? I'm reading comments tonight. So don't think you ain't gonna say it and it ain't gonna get put on here. So I'm just saying, you say it, I'm gonna put it on here.
No hiding tonight, huh,
Ain't no hiding tonight. I'm putting it on. I'm tell you right now.
We're gonna discuss.
And we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna start right here because Mr. Johnny Rockboy. Salute to you, Johnny. I hope you subscribed over there on YouTube. I appreciate you. We love you. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you. So let's start right there. To be a powerhouse, you got to do a year in and year out. Now, only thing about this, Johnny, that I want to bring to you about North Crowley, right? So let's just say it was round 4 this year, right?
Right.
Last year, state championship, right? Year before that, the semis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Year before that, it was the 3rd round, right? I don't know if you want to call it a powerhouse, but I can tell you what, that's somebody that don't start basketball season early.
Yeah, that's a contender. That's a contender.
That's a contender. So all I'm saying is y'all gotta think about that because who else doing it other than Duncanville, Sock, DeSoto, South Lake?
Right.
And I'll give you one on top of that. In the last 3 years, How many times has North Crowley been in the loss column?
Yep.
3. That average 1 a year. One a year. They lost in the semis to Duncanville. They went undefeated last year, and they lost 2 games this year. So that's an average of. So I would call that a powerhouse. You only lose an average of 1 game in the last 3 years. Yeah, they're a powerhouse.
Let's just keep it a buck. Ray Gates is 53-4 since he been there. I could almost guarantee you he break Riley Dodds' record to 100.
Yep.
No doubt.
Very well could, absolutely.
Right.
And Riley Dodds with 109. He was 109 when he got his 100 win. I can almost guarantee you Ray Gates beat that. Now show me who else doing it. So let's not get it twisted. You can lose a game, but that don't mean you're a fraud.
I don't get it, Jay. I don't get it, Jay. He loses a game now. You know, I see some fans saying they out coached, and I'm like, come on, bro. Like 1 loss. Hey, come on, man. Like even then, like no, man, come on, they're a powerhouse. I bet they said they're gonna be right there next year.
Yeah. Everybody who talk about North Crowley got 4 losses this year. they got 4 losses in 4 years. Like,
Man.
come on, man.
Yeah, they definitely a powerhouse.
Yeah.
That was tough though. And I will say that it was a tough game. We talked about it. I want to start there and get y'all opinions on that. You know, we had the emergency show. We broke it down in, but I don't have no problem, Solomon. You didn't make it to the emergency show, so I want to start with you to get your opinion on that game and how you saw it.
Yeah, I think one thing Lamont said that I can definitely. North Crowley's offensive line has had a hell of a year. Well, unfortunately, you are as good as your last game. That's the nature of the jungle. And that Allen defensive line they did what Pastor thinks they did versus Prosper. They actually did it this last week. And North Crowley got punched in the mouth. Like I said, the offensive line. That was hard to watch because that is a great offensive line. And I think one thing I took from y'all's Emergency show that I will say I disagree with is yes, when your back is against the wall and what you're doing is not working, you got to figure something out. But North Crowley went into that game with the same game plan they've had since the 2nd week of the season. And that is we're going to run GH counter and we're going to run it till it stops. And unfortunately this week it was stopped. I think Allen just had too many things went right for Allen. And you got to remember, like we talked about the North Crowley versus Duncanville game last year, this was Allen's Duncanville. They 2 of the 3 years Wigginton has been at Allen, he has lost to Ray Gates in the playoffs. So this was his big game. And he got over the hump. That offensive coordinator, I think he might be the play caller. He was dialing it up. He pulled out all the stops this week that they have not done all year. And another thing about Champ, man, as good as that receiver is, you ain't had a quarterback all year. All right, you're not finna magically find one this year. And I do get what y'all are saying about give him the ball, put him in the backfield. But if he can't do a better job than your 2 running backs, because he probably won't. Those 2 running backs you got are some damn good running backs. I don't think he could have done any more in the run game than what they needed. They needed a pass game, and unfortunately for him, they did not have somebody that get him the ball. And it came down to that. Allen is the consistent, like I said, system offense. They're going to be consistent, and they're going to score, and you have to try to keep up. And North Crowley could not keep up. And they got sent home. Best team goes on, man. So shout out to those Allen Eagles.
Yeah. Now we'll have to give you a little pushback on this one. Because we just watched Duncanville was able to get their best players the ball.
But you gotta hear what I said, J Mac. Duncanville's best players at receiver. They can run the ball. Ace and Theus, I will take him over the running back they have.
Well, even Yancey.
Even Yancey, absolutely. But if Keontae Ingram was on Duncanville, they wouldn't be doing half of that. They wouldn't need to. Keontae Ingram can run the ball better than anybody you got. I don't think Champ could have done more with the ball behind the backfield. I think that is a receiver who's got to be playing receiver. I didn't watch him in Little League. I never seen him before high school. But yeah, I do get what you're saying. Yes, it does work for Duncanville, but it's a little different. Duncanville does not have Keontae Ingram and Jarrell Smith at running back. Their running backs have 400 yards on the season, in the 14th game. So it's just one of those things where I don't think North Crowley could have done anything different. I think you just tonight was not your night. Every dog has his day. So, and I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. I've been kind of sitting on this for a while with that game.
What was
man.
Todd talking about? He just yelling. He in there yelling, typing in all capital letters and carrying on. What are you talking about, Todd? What they say? What?
Coach Todd back in the chat. Man.
What they say? What they say, Coach? What they say? Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Coach Todd's not even that. Coach Todd is the urban coach.
What they say? What they say, long as you black? You get a whole bunch of penalties and carried on. What they say? What they say? What they say?
No, but you right, Solomon. I was seeing people saying Forrest North Carolina in the past game, like man, why they didn't throw the post and this and that? They haven't been doing it all year, man.
They haven't done it all year, B-Rising.
Yep, what I say.
Like J-Man, they even look up now. The dude have 4 interceptions doing that. Trying to
Okay.
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what you said, Coach Todd. You was talking about from the last comment, but I don't know if he said the man couldn't coach. He just said he was a powerhouse. So,
somebody in the comments said that.
Yeah, that's what the guy on YouTube said. But he just said it was a powerhouse. So I get it. He tried to say they ain't a powerhouse yet, but my whole thing is, the guy he been doing number winning since he got there.
And I'll give you that power, because powerhouse term we give, like Katy, South Lake, teams that have won it. Even SOC can be called that because they won 2 years in a row. I do think, you got to kind of win more than one before you like a powerhouse. But if powerhouse is right here, North Carolina is right here, right? They won 2 wins away from it, and they're closer to anybody else. So yeah, absolutely, man. We're not criticizing Gates. Hell, some days it just ain't your day. And
well, I don't think it was us. I think it was, that's probably an Allen guy. That's probably was an Allen guy, and they still feeling good. And I ain't mad at them. Like, celebrate, bro. Y'all won. I'm not mad at you, but I'm not gonna say because I called Skyline a powerhouse when they was making their run. They never made the state, but they was 4-5 rounds every year, and they was sending teams of kids to D1 and stuff. So to me, that was a powerhouse. I would say Duncanville was a powerhouse when they wasn't winning state, but they was playing 16 weeks, 3 years in a row. So
that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I think it's just your definition.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm thinking in terms of like in history, right? We talk about the teams that have multiple dynasties. Like, yeah, you can't put North Crowley sucked for 20 years. They were in my district. North Crowley was the 6th, 7th, 8th team every year. So, but I think from what he's taking him from to now, man, you can't criticize that, man. You gotta wait till he retires before you criticize Coach Gates.
Yeah, like I said, he gonna catch my man Riley, and when he do, that's gonna be probably won't get caught again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause you would think 109 is never gonna get broken. So, I don't think if he beat that 109, just say he do 100 and let's say he had 54 and now he had 53 and 4 now. So just say he lose maybe 3 more games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, over the next 3 years. Yeah, exactly. So
I mean, what are we talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. Huh?
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only thing. But on to the game, man. Like I said, I disagree with you, Solomon. I think it is more than one. You had to get Champ because Champ is a home run hitter. We all love Ingram, but I think Ingram is a grinder.
Yeah.
And he was averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, they was in it there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Shout out to that Allen defense, man. That Allen defense was staunch. Like we say that Allen defense was staunch this week. But I'm with you because you're right. I mean, DeSoto, Boobie don't get a whole bunch of jet sweeps and wildcat, but he's getting them screens. He got 2-3 blockers. I agree with you. But yeah, I mean, they have not done that all year. If you try to start doing new stuff now, man, it's 50-50. And your quarterback has not shown that he can dial it up. Like I said to Swaggy last week, when he talking about the quarterback has been playing his best, I'm like, but they haven't played anybody that's gonna test them. And now you got to get tested. That water don't look deep till you get in it and you drop to your neck. So It's just, and the same thing I said about the DBs. I mean, they in the preseason we saw the DBs for North Crowley kind of struggling, and it's like, well, they never got it right in the preseason. So for North Crowley, unfortunately for you at your district, you got to get it right by that fourth game. What you got in that fourth game is what you got, because you're not going to see that again until the fourth round. So, man, it just, yeah. Shout out Allen, man. Shout out.
Shout out to James Paul.
See, y'all not getting the link.
They're gonna be like Pastor. They're gonna do their own show.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, that's why I said on Jermaine Jackson of the Dub, because he had to do his own thing. everybody forget about the powerhouse Jermaine Jackson was. Dude, man, come on, man. Y'all need to look him up. Look up.
I might send it out later. I just want to make sure that we get it going before we, and make sure, you know, I'll probably send it out here in a minute to if y'all got something.
I know some people hot with me, so I'm definitely ready. I've been called a simp. I've been calling Oreo and everything else today. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, he used to it, Pastor. Pastor used to it.
When we get to that segment, I'm ready, man. I'm loving today. I'm like, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Come on. So, I gotta say this though. To Coach Todd's in the chat. Coach Todd, I don't know if you spent your Thanksgiving with Tiny Tim, but your pregame speech was weak, man. It was all soft and yeah, we know we've been here before, man, and this is what we gonna do. Hey, man, did somebody clone Coach Todd? Somebody kidnapped the real Coach Todd and clone him or something, or he got a chip in him because he was too nice. He was way too nice during that pregame.
But you know, is that
what we doing? Oh my God!
Way too nice.
Is that what we doing today?
You gonna send Todd the link? Stop, Pastor. Be a Sato clip.
I want to see some tables turned over.
See, I spared you. That's why I didn't bring you on. We had Spencer on. I said, you know what? I don't want no issues. You know, hey, because you know my man Spencer, you know, he only 31. Like he just graduated from the YE. So I'm like, hey, we ain't need no issues up here. You know what I'm saying? So let that man have a pregame speech.
You know that pregame speech was weak,
that's
man.
What we doing. We really gonna criticize the man pregame speech after 28-0.
Hey, I gotta find something to criticize him for because I can't criticize him during the game. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta talk about that pregame. I was expecting to see him act like Dollar Bill on, you know, on Players Club. Like, come on, man. Come on, Coach Todd. Give me something next week. Give me something. Because I got y'all to win it all. I hate to say that, but I got y'all to win it all. So let's go. Give me something this week.
Let's go to 5AD1 before this get out of control. What y'all think? Let's go to 5AD1. Oh my God. Woo, that's why you Jermaine. You gonna be on the outside like Jermaine here in a minute. You gonna be out there with that with that black dial on your hair over half your head.
Hey man, well, I got my shipment ready. I got my Murray's wave grease that I already sent half to Coach Todd, and I use the other half, you know, and I got some shoe polish. So, you know, because I ain't got nothing up top is why I wear these hats. So I'll go ahead and get my shoe polish and make it all wavy with that Murray's hair. Y'all don't know about that Murray's. Some of y'all do. Some of y'all don't.
Hey man, you got your way now. You got to get. Yeah, 5AD1. Let's just get on, man. Yeah, let's just move on, man. Alito didn't rhyme.
Oh man.
I ain't gonna lie. Did anybody see this coming though? On the real?
No.
Nah, man, because it's been a rivalry every game. It's a close game, but Alito shut that up.
I know. No, Jay. I'll say 2 touchdowns. Remember? But man, I showed not like this, Jay.
I thought Ryan was gonna pull it off, man. Because you know what though? I think Ron promised all them kids' parents some free condos, man. Because the way they came out and played, they were motivated, beyond motivated.
Yeah, I'll definitely
for the
say.
people, I tell you what, for the people, Let us get these games out the way, and I will give you what you want. I'm gonna send Coach Todd the link, and we just gonna have Todd and Pastor on here. Everybody else
go. Yep.
Well, I'll go for this game real quick.
Yeah. Let's get these games out the way first.
I will say this, man, because we talked about how that first game, Alito's offensive line got punched in the mouth. And I said last week, that defines you. That defines you really, as a man, as a team, as a unit, how you respond after you get punched in your mouth. And that Alito offensive line, man, they handle business. Like they did great. But the biggest thing was that I'm sorry, I'm trying to cuss. I get excited talking about linemen. That defensive line for Alito, man, they got the offensive line licked back because that Alito defensive line was in the QB and running back's face all game long. So I think the shortest analysis of this game, from the training staff to the last player on the depth chart to the stars to the coaches, that was one team that just wanted it more than the other team, and it showed. And it showed up, and Alito dominated, man. They put all things, because I think this might be the last year they playing in the same district. They put all that to rest, on their way out. So shout out Alito, shout out Aaron. I don't think Alito's gonna lose a game this season.
Oh wow! Anybody else got something on this one? Speak now.
My grandmother had a saying back in the day, and she said, "Baby, every tub got to sit on its own bottom." And when I tell you Tubbs, he was Sir Rod. He was my man Callis down there at Randall for Richmond, Randall, all combined. That is ridiculous how he ran through. I have never seen a Denton Ryan defense get run through like that by a quarterback. My man was he was unstoppable. That was unbelievable. That was. Man, he put on a clinic.
And I want to interject real quick, Pass. You reminded me of something. I agree with you. The first play or the first drive, everybody knows when you have a 2-quarterback system like Alito has this year. You know when one quarterback is in the game, what he can do, and when other quarterback is in the game, you know what he can do. One can throw, one can pass. The one that can throw can't pass. The one that can pass can't run. And they ran 5 verts with the running quarterback in the game. And Denton Ryan's whole defense 30 yards downfield, and he just maneuvered through that defense like a hot knife through butter. So yes, I'm sorry, Pastor.
You good.
You got the scouting report, man. You got to know 12 is in the game. That ball is going on the ground. Sorry, Pastor. Go ahead.
No, you good. I'm done. That's all I had to say. He was a one-man show.
He dominated that game, and they act like that was his first game that he didn't play it all year. Like, who was number 12? Come on, dog. Come on.
Yep.
I'm just saying, like, Alito QB ran. He threw for 152. 129 of that went to one receiver. And he ran for 105.
That was the most beautiful 105 yards you will ever see somebody run.
But look at the touchdowns. Look how many touchdowns.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yep.
Like this is crazy, man. Alito is rolling. And as far as I know, it was no cheeseburgers on the sideline. So,
Yeah,
shout out to Alito.
Hey, Matt. And like historically, they probably one of the better defense they done had too, Jay.
Yeah.
They probably one of the better defenses as well that we've seen.
Which bring us to Frisco Lone Star and Highland Park. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, fellas. I was impressed with Lone Star. I thought they handled when was the last time we seen Highland Park get handled?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I thought they handled Highland Park. And it's gonna be great. We talk about QB. Let's talk about that QB matchup this coming up week.
You want us to talk about the Highland Park game first? Or you want us to talk about the Alito?
Yeah. Talk about the Highland Park game first, and then we'll get to the matchup.
Yeah, man, that was a great game. That Lone Star just showed they got more athletes than Highland Park does. Man, they was out there having a ball, and it was if you can't rush the passer, you can't beat Lone Star. They went empty the whole beginning of the game, whole first half, they went empty and left 5 linemen in protection, and Trey Wright had all day to throw the ball. If you give those athletes that much time to get open, you're gonna get beat, especially with the DBs Highland Park has. So yeah, man, that was shout out to Lone Star. They had the game plan. I won't talk about the game plan yet because I want to talk about how it's gonna go in the next week. But shout out Lone Star, man. That was a hell of a game of we're just better than you are. So
yeah.
Anybody else? Y'all speak now.
I just want to.
I'm gonna throw up these stats too for y'all to see.
I gotta say, man. I don't know, man. I should have followed my when J Man said, "Man, be right." They gave us 66 to Tyler. They
should have been a telltale sign.
They put on deaf ears, man. He said they'll be right. They gave up another 50 time. I don't know what. I don't know, man. But
800 yards, almost 738 worth of offense. Be rise. And you pick the other team to win.
I just thought that Highland Park at least gonna get to him a little bit, but man, they couldn't get to him at all.
Yeah, and that D line, that 3-man rush for Lone Star was tearing up that Highland Park offensive line. Now I knew the offensive line wasn't great this year; they just weren't. But man, that 3-man rush with the middle linebacker sitting and doing a little delayed blitz. Man, Highland Park couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. And when you have just players that step up and do what they need to do, because we talked about that in previous games. I know we're gonna talk about it in the other divisions as well. But playmakers just make plays, man. Because it was quarterback, it was Hoyt, Gross. Quarterback, Hoyt, and they were doing a 3-man rotation. And then defensively, man, it was the receivers for Highland Park didn't have a chance. And quarterback, when you have a quarterback that is going to a major school, and everybody we talk about those in the Austin area come out with quarterbacks, but Highland Park has had some great quarterbacks come out of that camp too. And for them to make him look average, man, that's saying something. That defense stood up. Again, I had my worries about that defensively for a Lone Star, but Highland Park really defensively, they gave up a lot of love at the beginning of the year, and I knew anybody that could exploit that it was going to be Lone Star. That's why they were my pick to win this game.
Man, we were talking about QBs now. This matchup coming this week. Woo, Trey Wright ran for 176. And he threw for 477, fellas.
This is sophomore. Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, they had a great they had their way with how they could have ran anything they wanted to. And they didn't. I'm trying not to get too far into it, but they didn't do anything special, J-Mac. They just gave the quarterback all the time he needed and gave their athletes time to get open. And them screens, they gave their athletes open space, and it just worked out for them, man. That was a domination of the game.
My God. On to next week, man. I mean, Aledo Lone Star. This is a game. It's Friday, 7:00. Can we start back at 7:30? It's the playoff. We don't even want to hear the band. Nobody's showing up to the playoff game to hear the band.
To playoffs, they can really start at 8:00 if you really want to get technical. I mean, fighting the traffic and all that stuff. They really could start at 8:00, man. It's not a plethora of games being played.
Thank you. With all the playoff traffic and holiday traffic, 7:30, man. Y'all gotta be considerate. Think about the fans.
Yeah.
Y'all just selfish because y'all got on these buses and you got police escorts and y'all get to skip all the traffic. Well, the regular people can't skip the traffic.
Follow the bus.
The police don't stop you from that.
Yeah. Get somebody in trouble.
You gonna get somebody in trouble. So I'm just saying, man, start the games at 7:30 if you go play on Friday.
What y'all think? What you think about this? What you think about this game, though? I think everybody here, besides me, it sounds like everybody thinks Lone Star got this one. So I'll go last.
I don't know, man. That's why I want to talk about it because
Okay.
Alito definitely got the best defense in 5A. I think everybody would agree Alito defense is probably the best in 5A.
Yeah.
Against one of the most explosive offense in 5A. Some got to give.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I was kind of going. Like they did. Lone Star, they lined up in pretty much the same formation every play until they got to the goal line. They were empty with three, the little bunch over here where they could throw the screen. Sometimes they threw the screen, sometimes they didn't, and it just could. But the thing I think that is not what they did this week is not going to work against Alito at all. He won't have time to throw the ball, as we've seen versus Denton Ryan. Because Denton Ryan, I mean, their offensive line, I do think they're a little bit better than Lone Stars is. They're definitely bigger, but I don't think Trey Wright is not going to have that much time to get open. But, and I'm sorry to say this, Aaron Valencia, Alito has shown their weakness. Denton Ryan did it this game one time for some reason, only did it once, and they did it last game. But Alito, as good as they are, if you if you spread that field, do 2-by-1, keep your tight end on the line and block, but you send that running back on that seam, that outside linebacker cannot run with a running back. Trey Reynolds, that's how he had them two big plays early in the season. He had one when they scored this game. That is Alito's weakness. And they have Carice Hoyt at running back for Lone Star. So if Carice Hoyt hits that seam, he should have about 6 touchdowns and 300 receiving yards. If they do not do that, I do not think Lone Star has a chance to win this game.
Now you just gave a run the game plan, man. I don't do that anymore.
I don't like to expose teams, but we 15 weeks in. If you don't know by now, you.
Thank you. Don't call yourself a coach if you don't know this by now.
Yeah, man. And Denton Ryan did it at the beginning of the game. They did it all last game to keep getting them yards was on that running back seam, and they stopped for some reason this game. But yeah, man, Carice Hoyt hit that seam. That's ball game. Alito's as good as that linebackers are. They are run fit linebackers. They cannot run vertically with a fast running back. So if you can do that, you got a chance. Other than that, I do not think Lone Star has a chance. You're not going to run the ball on them, and you're not going to go empty against Alito because you're going to be eating turf all night long. So we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, P&G band tried to fight Soccer.
Oh my God!
I ain't gonna lie, Soccer was definitely outnumbered if they tried to ban.
That's true.
Oh my God! Woo, we gonna get there though. We gonna get there, Bradshaw. We definitely gotta talk about it. We definitely gotta talk about that.
Man,
but
we got it on purpose. Try to get us look at it. You see that?
Hey man, we gonna get there. We definitely gonna talk about it. But I do want to talk about the other game in 5A D1 is Port Arthur versus Smithton Valley. Now I like PA, only because that's where the trio from.
Yeah.
And my role model, Pimp C.
Tony Snow, the Mac, not the myth.
You know what I'm saying? That's my role model. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the only reason. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep talking, y'all gonna smell this easy. But I know you probably follow this more than anybody else because we are definitely North Texas DF Dub. But what you think about that PA, man, in that Smithson Valley, Solomon?
Man, I think it's like I don't remember, somebody said it earlier today or y'all saw the emergency show. Smithson Valley's been here. PA Memorial having a good year, and it's just like I kind of said about West Mesquite. It's like every round you're not supposed to be here, but you here. Smithson Valley got a coach that is, if anybody's been tested, it's been him. So, man, I'm cheering for him, but that's a tall task. Smithson Valley, they first round they had to handle a big dog, and they handled them well. So it's PA's to win, it's Smithson Valley's to lose. That's what I'll say about that. It's theirs to lose.
Yeah, I was talking to Matt Stepp. He said PA is legit.
Yeah, for sure. I think both teams are good teams. I don't think it's a talent necessarily thing. It's just going, if PA gets there and their eyes are all big, like, wow, we're in the 5th round, we're 1 game away from state, and you get focused on the wrong things, you got Smithson Valley team that's ready to go. So it's going to come down to composure, I believe, and, whose coaches had the best game.
Well, I'm definitely riding with PA, and I'm rocking UGK all week, baby.
Yeah, I
ain't jamming UGK all week for sure.
Pocket full of stones.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have no pocket full of stones. So
Yeah.
I got Smith. I got the other rap duo. I got Smith and Wesson. I got Smith and Valley. That's what I got. I got Smith and Wesson. So Smith and Wesson versus UGK. That's what we got. See, y'all don't know about all that. You see, some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. I know Coach Todd know about that. You know, he know about that. So yeah, I got the ones that's been there before. I kind of, piggyback on what you said, Solomon.
You know about that trio.
Oh, he definitely knows.
You know about that trio.
Yeah, that's what I said. Those that's been down there, they know. So yeah, I go with those that have been there because excited for PA and what they're doing this year. But yeah, Smith and Wesson, they're gonna be at AT&T again. We'll see y'all again.
Well, I tell you what, we gotta talk about it, B-Rise. We're going 5AD2. We just gonna jump right over there.
I know which bracket you going.
We gotta start with the big donut. We had a whole lot of, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm disappointed in P&G fans on the internet. It is the internet, right? So I don't want.
They do that every year. They do that.
Yeah, I don't
want
to get too crazy about the internet fans. A lot of them a lot of them fake accounts and ghost accounts, and
no, they like that in real life, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, J Mac. They like that in real life down there, man. That's an everyday occurrence for them. That's why I wish Sock would have hung 109 on them. I really do. I don't like those suck MCs. That's the way they are down there.
No, but Sock look good, Jay. Like I said, man, 28-0. Man, I mean,
yeah. Hey, them black guys can coach, huh?
They got off the porch, huh? For those who know about the comments, they got off the porch, huh?
Them Negroes can coach.
PNG now, they were moving the ball pretty good, but they just couldn't get the ball in the end zone, man. So salute to the defense.
Hey, B-Rise, one of my favorite quotes I heard from a defensive coach is yards don't win games, points win games.
Yeah,
you drive that ball all day. You got to get in that end zone.
Yeah, they drive, Jay. They drive, but they just couldn't punch it in.
Yeah, man. And I was gonna say about the pregame. I mean, it's like this, Pastor. At this point, it's kind of like between 2008, 2012, the Celtics and the Heat, right? They're gonna play before the finals every year. We don't need a speech for this one, y'all. We played this team 4 years in a row, I believe. We know what's coming. When we played Martin when I was at Bowie, you don't need a pregame speech. If you're not ready to go, you're not ready to go. So I'd say that about his pregame speech. But yeah, man, I mean, shoot. I think P&G got their lick in, and I don't think they're going to ever get it back. They had that 1 year. I don't think Sock going to ever let them have that one back.
Yeah, I think Sock just going to forever just dominate P&G from what it look like.
It's mental now. I think it might be right. It's mental.
I can't lie, P&G. Y'all are officially Sock little bro.
Yeah.
That's just what she is right now, man. And y'all have tried like I said, y'all have tried every trick in the book. It was some dirty stuff. But this is what I say about this. If people think that you are emotionally a midget,
yeah,
they gonna try you. Now it's up to you. It's up to you to pass or fail that test. Which that brings me to your background, Solomon. We're gonna talk about that too.
And it's AI generated, man. I just said, give me a football picture. It's all AI, man.
That's all I'm saying. So I don't want to hear about all the dirty tactics. It's up to you to react. It's up to you to handle that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's the playoffs. Either you want to win or you don't.
At the end of the day, that's the only thing that's important is winning the football game. Everything else you leave to the fans, man. Leave to us. Let us do all that extra stuff. Y'all just go win the football game.
Y'all just go win the football game. That's what the adults for. This is why I always tell kids. The adults is to handle things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your job is to do what you do on the field. within the rules. You gonna get tried.
Trying to be good.
You gonna get tried. Like I said. Go ahead, man. Ain't no sense of being good now. Just let you already showed out. So hell, you just go on and talk. It's past hell.
Let me. I'm gonna channel my inner B Rise because B Rise be going off. So y'all, but see B Rise be doing them, and he's quick and he's done. See me, I'm like Arsenio Hall, man.
No, you gotta get it go.
Hey, when I think of pow, that's me.
Yeah, Harlem Nights.
Yo, Harlem Nights. See, that's me. I'm gonna pow you. Then I'm gonna wait for you to say something. And I'm gonna pow you again. So my deal is this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it. I've been saying it, and I've been saying it for the kids in the back of the bus that weren't listening when I said, "Hey, have a seat, sit down, or I'm gonna do a break check." So now it's time for the break check for the kids in the back. There's a difference between an urban school, an urban football team, and a hood football team. Therein lies the difference. Now, y'all gonna think that y'all have gone to Bizarro land and something has happened to me, that Coach Todd's tenderness has rubbed off on me.
Oh, Lord.
The sock players were getting kicked in their jewels, getting kicked in the head. And you know what they did? They took it out and showed it on the scoreboard. They weren't trying to, why are you going into enemy's territory? That's like if one of my sons get into a fight, right? And they go into enemy territory, and then I'm gonna call my daddy. You already over there to the other team. Your daddy gotta come from the other sideline to come save you because you're not smart enough to fight somebody on your own sideline. Why did you wait till a player? Why you going into their sideline? Now, come on, son. Come on, son. And I know the Soto fans gonna have something to say, but I've been saying it every single week. I'm sorry.
Don't go there.
Okay, let me go back to sock. The reason why I said about the discipline side of it. Did y'all not see that young man that was interviewed that did that one-handed interception? And the lady was interviewing him for sock. That is the difference between an urban school and a hood school. He was very articulate, made me very proud to listen to that young man. I could have listened to him do a 30-minute interview. Why? Because he's been trained. There's been some training. When incidents take place within a 5-mile radius of sock, and people say, oh, this happened at sock, Coach Todd is quick to go on social media and say, nope, didn't happen on our campus. That happened somewhere else. That's what coaches do, because coaches, you are a surrogate daddy. And Coach Todd recognized this. So I'm going to give him his flowers. He and I go at it. But I'm going to tell you, therein lies the difference. So shout out to Sock. You have been my pick.
I understand what everybody talking about, players getting kicked, right? I'm sorry. It happens. Yes, that's part of getting tried. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's dirty play. But guess what? If the ref didn't see it and your player jump up after getting kicked and cold cock this dude, knock him out, guess what's going to happen? Well, are we going to say that's okay? We can't say that's okay. Mm-hmm. That's what Coach Todd and them coaches over there to run over there and get on the ref's butt behind to pay attention and get that. It's part of the game. I'm telling you, I grew up in the 80s football. And I'm going to tell you, my brother played on Carter 88 team, and y'all ain't seen, y'all think y'all know what racism is. It wasn't no social media back then. Mm-mm. They was telling you all that junk. They were telling you that junk in the stands.
Mm-hmm. When you got off the bus, they were waiting on you when you got off the bus.
They was calling you convicts and thugs right off the bus, like you, no matter where you was. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry. You cannot hurt your team. You cannot overreact. I'm sorry. You have to preach emotional intelligence to your players, not to overreact. Which, and I'm not saying Sock didn't. Sock did a great job that I saw.
Mm-hmm, they did.
I didn't see nothing bad. I don't blame the coaches for getting mad and complaining, and they should. Like every highlight of what the players did, if they did something dirty, it should be all over social media right now. Mm-hmm. That's their job.
Send it to UIL, all that.
Yeah, that's their job.
Facts.
But
and every squad has one coach. Every team should have that one coach, so the head coach doesn't get kicked out of the game. That one coach, he just goes off in the paint at the refs. And if the refs have to eject somebody, they're going to eject that coach and not your head coach. Every team should have one. If they don't, we always had one back in the day. So anybody that's saying it can't be done, it can be done. Same thing J Mac said. We heard those same thing about the Carter players. Same thing that the McKinney High we experienced. We literally went to Highland Park and beat them at their own stadium, which is not done very often. We heard it, they were literally rocking. I'm not talking about throwing rocks at our bus. I'm talking about rocking the bus, like trying to turn it over. That's the kind of stuff we had to deal with. So when people talk about dealing with racism and all that stuff, man, like J Mac said, been there and done that. There was no internet.
Yeah, and Bradshaw, I agree. A kick is an assault. So how about y'all get Mr. Photo Op, Ross Riss, to actually do something?
Mr. Photo. Yeah, J Man.
Can we go down there and press charges?
Man, and I'll say this, man. I personally did not see that, so I don't know. But I know I played my senior year. It was me and a lot of Polynesians on that offensive line. And we were the enforcers. And it was not going to be a cheap shot. It wasn't going to be nothing after the whistle. We're gonna take down that number, and we're gonna get back even. So that's my mentality behind it, man. I think O-linemen should always be the enforcer because we get 5 to 6 seconds every play to take somebody's head off. And I mean, D-line, yes and no, because you do have to focus on your job more. But man, hey, ref didn't see it, cool. Hey, especially at SOC, when you got the O-lineman that can go get that lick back. Hey, 42 out there kicking your quarterback. What we gonna do about that? If I'm the coach and this my O-line, hey, your quarterback getting pushed after the play, all that stuff. Hey man, we don't do that. We got too much pride for that. But I didn't see what happened. I know my junior year passer, we played Odessa, and that was the first time in my life I got called the N-word, like really called it, and I got called it for 2.5 hours straight. And the refs, we play at Odessa, them refs act like they didn't hear anything. So
they were dumb.
You gotta push through that, and like I said, get your lick back in between that whistle, man. Your O-lineman, you get 5 to 6 seconds to kill somebody. Go get that lick back, but do it the right way. If you do it the wrong way, that's how we know this. This is the game of life. Once we react, we are the headliners. We are wrong. We are out of line. So man, you got to be smart. Get your lick back the right way. But yeah, that's a tough situation.
Yeah, and it wasn't like back. I can say I don't know about some people there, but back in my day, if you fought, you could play next week. Now, you fight, you out for a half. It's in the second half. You fight out for a half of the, of the next game. So you hurting your team because you want to try to do something like you said, do it out there on the field. The referee, man, it's grabbing and holding and I know Solomon Grundy. I know you've been kicked in the nether regions and everything else out there on the line, man, and that's part of the game. But when you turn, that's why I said discipline. The football, I said this last week, and I've been saying it. Football is violent, but discipline is knowing when to be violent. Be violent between the whistles. You can't keep putting mustard on the lettuce like that. And then, we ain't there yet. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to be better.
I want to send Todd this link, but I'll pause. But can we get through 6A? Then we'll revisit because we'll bring Todd in when we talk about the other emotional intelligence and all that kind of stuff. So I got you, Todd. I ain't forgot about you. I got you, brother. Just let's get to 6A real quick. Oh, hold on. We didn't get to the other 5A D2 game.
No, we didn't. I got a debate with y'all on what y'all said about that game too in the emergency show, man.
I'm gonna let you get it off.
But I know y'all probably have like I said, man, emergency shows, I think everything is so hyped up because the emotion is there because it just happened. I think a couple of days later, you kind of got a little more time to reflect. So I do want to see what y'all think about it today versus Friday, that Melissa Argyle game.
Oh, yeah. But I want to talk about that. So Todd, just wait with me. I'm gonna send it to you because we're gonna go back to it because we're gonna tie that into the other game. So I got you. Region 1, Melissa 20, Argyle 19. Go ahead. I'm gonna start with you, Solomon. Then I'm gonna let Pastor go, and then me and B Rise go. So go ahead.
Yeah. Our first thing I do want to say is for the first half, that Melissa defense did a hell of a job, man. That Argyle's offense, especially that run game, is not anything to take lightly. And they held them to, I think, 9 points the first half. So shout out there. It was a great game. And I know y'all said about, Pastor, I know you said about getting conservative when you get down to the line. But you have to remember, that kicker made 2 field goals that most high schools would not even have kicked in that game. He made a 42-yarder and a 36-yard field goal easily. So once I get past that 30, I'm not trying to throw an interception. I'm not trying to fumble the ball. We're gonna milk this clock and we're gonna kick this 25-yard field goal because I don't think anybody in America would have done anything different without. I mean, hindsight, obviously, but going into that. Man, your kicker made 2 spectacular kicks with no sweat. I'm kicking that field goal and winning that game and wrapping that up. So I think that is the irony and the cruelty of life. Sometimes it just happens. And that kicker missed that easy field goal after making 2 great field goals, and they lost the game, man. So I think that's just how life is. Sometimes the cookie just don't crumble your way. But that's all. I did want to open it up to that if y'all still felt like they shouldn't have kicked that field goal.
I'm glad you said that, Solomon Grundy. Here's the difference in the game. One is when you have a kickoff return all the way to your opponent's 30, you ride that wave. You use that momentum and punch that ball in the end zone. You don't, Coach, no offense to Coach Rogers, but Coach Rogers killed the momentum. Momentum doesn't show up in the stat sheets. But when you actually watch the game, you at the game, it's like a certain play. You're like, oh man, that's a drive killer. The whole team for Argyle was hype after that kickoff return.
Definitely.
That's when you strike quickly. You don't put it on your kicker. And the announcer said the same thing at Choctaw Stadium. Those were NFL regulation field goals, uprights. There is the difference. And he missed it by that distance. Had it been a high school upright, he would have made it. But you don't put that on your kicker. And the other, I know one kick. I don't know about the first.
But why not? Like I said, he made a 42-yarder and a 36-yarder. Why not put a 20-yard field goal in his hands?
Herein lies the difference. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody that's in that, I believe that one of his kicks was from the left hash and the other kick was from the middle of the field. I didn't see him attempt to kick it to that one on the right hash. You got to know your kickers. There's only two kickers. And then Solomon, you got to think about, there's a difference between making a field goal in the first half versus to win a game. There's added pressure on the kicker. I don't think people understand the pinpoint accuracy. There's only 2 kickers that I can say that would do well in that situation. That is the kicker for Waxahachie and my man Lupe Fiasco, Desmond Marquine for CU. Those are the only 2 kickers that I have seen that under pressure can make those field goals. You use that momentum, you go down and score. You shouldn't have been playing conservative in the first half. You should have been up by at least 2 scores in the first half because you knew Holloway was coming.
They weren't playing conservative first half. That Melissa's defense was playing a hell of a first half. They had a great first half. Melissa's defense, they shut that run game down. They was in the quarterback's face. I don't think Argyle was playing conservative. That's another thing. Argyle kicked 2 field goals. They had 19. You take away 2 field goals, that's 13 plays, 2 touchdowns in 48 minutes. All of a sudden, you think your offense is going to be the best thing on the greatest show on turf. They hadn't had a game like that all game. That was that game might as well have been played in rain and mud, the way that game went. It was slow. It was methodical. And my kicker just made 2 spectacular field goals. He is on fire right now. I'm going to let him kick. I'm not going to throw an interception because the only big plays that Caldwell had came from broken coverage. And that's what you do. A good team will take advantage. Melissa had some mishaps, and he got open, and that's what you do. But that offense ain't like Argyle's offense was playing like they played last week against Walnut Grove, where they scoring every other drive. This game was rougher. Your offense did not have as much success, but your kicker was player of the game until the last play. Pastor, I ain't gonna lie. The kicker was player of the game to the last play.
That's why I disagree with you again. If you know Holloway is coming back in the second half, you don't feel comfortable with you let it all hang on the line in the first half because you know he's gonna come back because his legs are fresh. He's mad because he had to sit out the first half. You don't put your team in that situation. You don't, and you use that momentum I have seen over and over and over coaches do that when they do a kickoff like that, a good kickoff, and you flip the field of possession. You go down there, you do a quick strike. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But you don't sit up there. I'm gonna keep running. I'm gonna keep running to the right. I'm gonna keep running to the right because now you don't have any time left. No time was left.
Well,
don't put that on your kicker.
Let me ask you this, Pastor. What's our conversation if that instead of in that first play after that great kickoff return is interception? What's the conversation? He should have ran the clock. He should have just kicked the field goal and won the game.
No, because you let it all hang out. It's the playoffs. What are you conserving for?
Because
what are you conserving for?
Your kicker gave you no reason to think he was going to miss that kick. That was an anomaly. That is the cruelty of life. That is fate. Sometimes it just snatches the chair from under you. Pastor, like I said, I don't think any of the – now, I agree with you, what you do, but if you go into it knowing that I'm probably going to kick this field goal, because that's why everybody was cheering, Pastor. We down by 1 point. We know we at least in field goal range. That's why everybody was excited. We know at the end of the day, it's different if it's a touchback and we got 75 yards to go. Then you get aggressive. But I'm not finna turn the ball over. I know my kicker can make this 20-yard field goal. I'm not turning the ball over. It's certain risks you just don't take. And
I respect coaches more if they go for the gusto in a playoff game, knowing you need to get over that hump.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not with any conservative play in the playoffs. You got to have, and we'll talk about that because when we get to some 6A, because I got some feelings about that. B. Ryan, how you feel about that game?
Only thing I got on that game, Jay, and Solomon is I just think our guy should have been way more aggressive the first half. Mm-hmm. Since the quarterback was out, at least I was like, at least they need to be at least about 10 going into the second half.
That's what you won't be, right?
If
the defense shuts you down, the defense shuts you down. I don't think Argyle was not trying to score in the first half. I think they just couldn't, man. They just couldn't.
Yeah, what I say, I just think we gotta give more credit to the Melissa defense. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm with y'all though. If you know that quarterback is coming back first half, you need to try to get up by 20.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. At least
I agree with you on that, but I don't think they could. I don't think they weren't trying. Melissa's defense the defense second half made a lot more mistakes. So Argyle should have scored, more points the second half, but that first half, that Melissa's defense first half, that's film study right there, how you play defense against the team like Argyle.
Melissa Holloway had 134 yards all in the second half. 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, you can feel the difference when he was in the game. But hey, shout out to backup quarterback. I don't think anybody knew he could throw the ball. He had a touchdown.
5 for 5
on the spot.
5 for 5, 75 yards, 1 touchdown.
Now he did fumble. he made sure he wasn't gonna get no play in the second half when he fumbled that ball. But man,
now we do gotta talk about this, Pastor. Now go ahead.
No, you good.
No, go ahead. I'm just gonna pull up something because Pastor on one today. And we talking about undisciplined.
Cottenham, how we get this Melissa defense better than Duncanville, man? We'll never have to know because they're not going to play each other no time soon.
Fella, Melissa with 17 penalties. I don't know if you could beat Sock with 17 penalties, unless Sock gonna have 27.
That's where we coming from again. 17 penalties, and that's why I say Argyle coaching lost that game. There's no way you got the backup quarterback playing for Melissa, and you got 17 penalties, and the quarterback causes a turnover. Yeah, he was 5 for 5, but that's not outstanding stats for a half. For if it was just a regular quarter, if it was their starting QB, it's not. So no. Don't put to me, you got to put your players in position to win. You got to do what they do best. You go with the same way, because I was picking the same style of when they played PNG the week before. It is, hey, PNG score, we're gonna go down and score. We're gonna play. See, y'all know nothing about that old fashioned Atari football, long before Madden, when all the players look like squares, and you just let it go. And they wasn't doing that. Argyle wasn't doing that. They were playing it close to the vest. They had like they were coaches staff had like they were happy to be there. And you don't do that. Not when you don't give Holloway a chance to do that. And he did what he did.
Pastor, they couldn't throw the ball deep for the same reason Highland Park couldn't throw the ball deep. You don't blame Buck Randall because he don't have time to throw the ball, and his receivers don't have time to develop routes. They was hitting the second half when, like I said, Melissa's defense made a lot of mistakes in the second half. They were not making those mistakes in the first half.
I'm going to say Argyle receiver went for 186.
Yeah, the second half he dominated. They made a lot of mistakes that second half, but the first half, Melissa came out ready to play. They knew that they could not afford to get behind early, and they played like it. The DC was prepared. Like I said, I don't think Argyle was trying to only put up 9 points in the first half. I don't think any coach proposed that.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying, oh, we happy to be up going in the halftime. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying when you know the best player on the field, regardless of team, is coming to play in the second half, and you're settling for field goals. I love those coaches just let it all hang out. I do. You do some trick plays. You do what you got to do to get the ball in the end zone, because you know the most prolific player on this side of DFW is gonna step on the football field. You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't change your game plan up. You don't get all scared. If you scared money don't make none. Now I know I'm telling my age. Some of y'all don't know anything about that either. Scared money don't make none. Why are you here? You just happy to be there? Is that it? Oh, we playing on TV and everybody's watching us play. Or were you just happy to be there? So I'd be like, no, coach, we going for it. We're going for it. You can't do that, man. Don't set your team up for failure. Don't do that. I love you, Coach Roger. You one of the best coaches to ever do it.
Pastor.
Look.
Argyle had a 4th and 1. They ran inside zone and did not get it.
Well, why didn't they get it when you watch the play? If they knew that was stacked up,
defense. That's what I'm saying.
Because of their defense. Because of defense.
Yes, if I can't get a 4th and 1, I'm not gonna go for a 4th and 4 or 4th and 5 to win the game. And my kicker hasn't missed. They stopped me already on 4th and 1. I would rather lose by missing his field goal. That if he had to kick it 10 times, he would have only missed it that one time. Pastor.
Okay, I know J-Mac want to go on, but I'm gonna say this. No, but and Solomon going. I'm gonna let you have the last word. Melissa's D-line is the strength of their defense. So no, I'm not gonna do a run zone. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna act like I'm gonna run it, and I'm gonna pop out and I'm gonna throw a quick slant. The middle of the field was open on that play that you talking about.
The middle of the field's open because they put a linebacker to jam Caldwell out the line and put a safety over the top for when that linebacker gets beat. But
I'm saying, but Solomon, if you only got 1 yard, it doesn't matter if that safety's over the top. You're gonna get the first down. But you don't go up against
getting jammed. You're not running a quick slant with an inside linebacker covering your inside. All he's giving you is outside release, so you can go run to that safety.
All right. We're gonna watch that play again. You and I gonna talk offline, and we're gonna slow that play like you knew back in the day. And the coach stopped the film, and we're gonna click it and we're gonna circle it and all that stuff like John Madden back in the day. I'm sorry, J-Mac. I'm gonna be good tonight.
Hey, the next show coming, we're gonna have Solomon and Pastor film study.
I'm just taking notes.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we talked about it, and I'm gonna end it on this because I want to talk about the matchup. Right, we got a big matchup. So, I do want to say that I thought, and I said it earlier, Argyle had to get themselves a comfortable lead before Holloway came.
Right.
They was not able to do it. I don't think they was like saying, "Oh man, we ain't worried. We just gonna keep a tie game until." I don't think they said that. I think they just couldn't do it. And it came short. The man ran for 134 the second half. Which let's just take it to this, man. I know you can't get no prediction, B-Rod, but how do you see Melissa Sock matchup?
You know what? I think Melissa, they gonna be able to hold their own on that O-line, man. I think, you know, it's gonna come down to the trenches. So I favor Sock, but it's gonna be a good one. I think it's gonna be a close game. Real close. I mean, it ain't gonna be a blowout. You know, it's gonna be a close game. I leave it at that. Either way, it's gonna be a close way.
How you see it, Salvin?
Man, I agree with B-Rise, and like Pastor said, the strength of Melissa's defense is their front seven. They run that 3-4, 3-3 hybrid defense, and those linebackers and those D linemen, they come to play. So I think it's gonna be much closer than it was last year with Argyle, Sock and Argyle, and Sock just dominated. And one thing, J Mac, I kind of was thinking about. I don't think Melissa's gonna get punked off the bus. That's going to be a big thing for them next week. Because like we all say, Sock be punking people off the bus. I don't think Melissa's going to be intimidated, but they're going to have to play their best game of the season, unfortunately. Because Sock, as good as Walnut Grove offense was, it's just something different when you play Sock. And Sock is going to test everything about you to the limit. So I think it's going to be a great trench game. It's going to be fun. It ain't going to be, I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
Go ahead, pal. Give us your cut down version of the matchup.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the power pellet. Who I'm gonna do it in the form of a question. Who does Melissa have offensively?
You talking about the offensive MVP of the district? They got Brett Holloway. They got Bear Tabor. I don't remember number 0's name, the receiver, but they got some dudes on offense. It's not a great offense. I won't lie. They run a simple offense. It's just good.
Exactly. Everything runs through Holloway.
Absolutely.
And if you think that Coach Spencer is not gonna get them linebackers to punch Holloway in the mouth, and if you think Coach Ward is not gonna have them DBs right, and if you think that Coach Carl Stillwell is not gonna have that D line right, it's gonna be about 2 scores. Sock is gonna win by at least 2 scores.
You think Melissa's gonna lay down?
When you get punched in the mouth, you see how hard Sock been hitting. Sock has been hitting like they literally play in the SEC.
So has Melissa.
No, not like that. No. I've seen Melissa play both times. No.
Okay.
Nah.
That's fair.
I'm gonna be honest. I think this is Sock's biggest test in the trenches.
Yeah, I think so too, pal. I think so too, J Mac.
I think this will be Sock's biggest test in the trenches.
Since Duncanville, since Duncanville.
Since Duncanville. Right. So
I'm gonna give a game plan since Solomon Grundy gave the game plan. I'm gonna get a game plan. Coach Ty, Coach Ward, Coach Spencer, Stillwell. Holloway is gonna run off of his left tackle. Get somebody to fill that gap, and y'all hit him in the mouth, and it's gonna be a wrap. You heard it here first.
Figuratively.
But there's one thing you got to think about. I'm sorry, we'll move on, J Mac. If y'all remember, the first thing we talked about when we talked about that Sock and Duncanville game was we realized that Duncanville. I ain't gonna make it a trickery question. We realized that Duncanville's quarterback could run the ball when they played Sock.
Yeah,
and he ain't run it a lot, but when he did run it, he had success. Now I am with you, Pastor. Everybody in the stadium know the game plan. That we didn't know that about Duncanville. So I don't think he'll necessarily be able to have that same success and surprising them. But like we've been saying all week, you have to find a way to stop Brett Holloway, or he's going to have 300 rushing yards. So now I'm with y'all. I'm not trying to say I think Melissa's going to. You got to beat Sock before people say they think you can beat Sock. You just got to beat them first. So it's going to be tough. But I don't. Like I said, after watching Sock destroy Argyle in this round last year, I don't see that happening again. Not against Melissa. I just don't see that happen. If it does, I will be surprised. Absolutely.
Well, some of them, I didn't see it. Some of them said that last year when Sock was playing Argyle.
Yeah, I was surprised when Argyle got demolished. Like, I don't think anybody. You can say you saw it coming. I did not see Argyle.
I didn't see that coming.
Blown out. I was at that game. they got beat, not like in just the football sense. They got beat in every sense of the word. They left that game, like I said, with their tails tucked so far up, it was touching their beards. That was a bad showing of football. So,
okay. Yeah. Real quick, man. We dragging on, fellas. Y'all long with it tonight.
I know, right?
Man, but I ain't mad about it. It's great conversation. It's great conversation. But you got Richmond Randall. They won the rematch. Mm-hmm. They're playing Barney. I think everybody can agree this is probably going to be a cruise for Randall. Anybody got disagreement with that?
They just played their big one until the state one. They just got to stay focused. That's all.
Yeah, that was the semifinal that they played against Iowa Colony. That should have been your state semifinal. Yep.
All right, fellas. 6A D1, man. Let's get there. Let's get there. Hey, we already talked about the North Crowley Island. I don't know if we can talk about it anymore. We said what we said. Great game by Allen. Extremely impressed with their defense, dude. Like, that brings us to Waxahachie, Duncanville. Another rematch. Grudge match. I need to check the penalties on this one too. And before I do it, I'm gonna do it while y'all talking. Talk to us, Pastor. I mean, not Pastor. B. Rise. What was your thoughts on Waxahachie, Duncanville?
Man, let me just say this, man. I would only dub be able to pick Hatch. Man, I just feel sorry for him. I didn't want to be a sweep, be a sweep. But anyway, I just like, man, I just think Hatch, now moving forward, like they see what they got to do on offense to move forward. Because with Duncanville, man, you can't kick field goals. Like I said, they made all the field goals, but man, Duncanville, man, they just couldn't keep up, man. So it was just, man, Duncanville won convincingly, man. So it's gonna be a good game against Allen, Jay. So, that was a good season for Hatch though, but Duncanville was just too much for him.
And I'm mad at you, B. Rise, because you said whoever wins at the beginning of the season, you said whoever wins in the regular season, they're gonna have a rematch. And it's gonna go 1-1, and you picked Waxahachie to go 2-0, man. I'm mad at you, B. Right? You said it. You said they was gonna go 1-1, and then you went back on it.
Man, I just, you know what, man? I went to church that Sunday, and I just had Pastor Carter. He pressed, he had a good word, man, and I had to change your heart, man. That's the only reason why.
Jay, man, come on, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with admitting your faults, man.
I know, that's all about
I'm gonna give mine real quick.
Go ahead.
I thought this was the definition of a defensive battle, man. Do y'all know it was only like 300 yard total offense from each team?
I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
These was 3.
Yeah. One thing we've never questioned about these two teams is their defense. That's never been a question all year.
So I think it was a great defensive game, man. I have my concerns with Duncanville. I thought they kind of eased up again. Like, I'm seeing too much conservative out of them when they get a lead, only to come back and bite you in the butt. And that worries me about Duncanville, man. Like, where's the killer? Where's the killer instinct? You can't get a lead and then start going 3 and outs.
Yeah.
The defense wearing down. I'm telling you, they are extremely lucky to be playing this week. I know nobody want to hear it, but Duncanville is extremely lucky to be playing this week. Because if they played anybody with a pulse on offense, they would have lost.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying that. Whatever. Go ahead, Pastor.
I agree with you 10,000%. And I saw something, even though they got the W this week, the same thing they got at the beginning of the season. Remember, they did the same thing with SOC. And everybody thought that it was a fluke, but now we're starting to see that that's a pattern. You know, that they get a lead and then they start relaxing. And there were a couple of plays that don't show up in the stat sheet, but one had Waxahachie running back number 4, had he caught the little bubble wrap, had he caught that, and I know they scored later. He scored later and made up for it, but that took some time off the clock. And then the pooch kick, they were this close to recovering that pooch kick. And we'll be talking about Waxahachie playing Allen in the semi versus Duncanville. And so we doing game plans again, Solomon Grundy. You cannot do Wildcat for half of the game from the 50-yard line, Coach. Coach Samples, I love you, man. You the GOAT. But come on, man. We can't do that. And then Yancey started fumbling because receivers are built differently than a quarterback, a running quarterback. And then, of course, a running back is built differently than a running quarterback. Receivers and DBs are not meant to take that type of punishment that he was taking. And that's why he was giving up love. That's why he was fumbling. You can't expect your Wildcat and everybody, oh, he's been doing it all year. It's not going to work when you play against a physical defense. And I'm going to tell you, this is back-to-back weeks that they're going to have physical defense, and Allen is just a little bit better than Waxahachie on defense. And when you try to do that, you won't have the same results. You be walking out there with your head hung down. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I will say that. You better dig into your bag this week.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough again, like y'all said, 2 weeks in a row. My thing though is I get it with the Wildcat stuff, but I mean, Pastor, let's say Anna, right? Let's say Zeandre goes down and you got to put in, ASAC quarterback, and you play a defense as good as Waxahachie. You're not gonna have that ball in the air a whole lot. I'm not going to take that chance. They're going to have to stop this ground game. And Duncanville's offensive line, they have the offensive line to run that ground game on you. Now, this offense they've been running with, the other quarterback and the Wildcat and Yancey, I agree. That is good for first half. But once adjustments have been made and you don't have nothing new, that might not work next week. So I don't have much to say about this past game. I think it might have been Matt in the comments. Just the league got to a point where Waxahachie just couldn't close it. You're not playing against a team that has a hard time scoring this week. So I agree. They got to figure something. They can't have the same game plan this week as they've had the last couple of weeks. You got to come up with something.
Yeah. That's it. Was bringing me to this with Allen, and this for all you guys. With Allen having probably a slightly better defense than Waxahachie, and I think they have a better offense. I don't even think that's
for sure. The offense, defense, it's up for debate. I don't think it's the wrong answer, but offense definitely.
Yeah, they definitely have a better offense, and the fact that again, I saw a lot of hands on the hips from Duncanville defense. I saw a lot of heavy breathing. I'm just being honest. Are they gonna be able to get away with that this week with an Allen team that can apply pressure offensively as well as being stubborn on defense?
I will say this one thing, J Mac. In terms of offensive line, that besides DeSoto, that is the toughest offensive line Duncanville's had to play. Waxahachie's defensive line, they're big and heavy, and that wears you down. Allen, I said it before, they got their 2 guys back, but that offensive line is not going to wear down on Duncanville's D-line like Waxahachie's could. So I will say that is the only advantage they might have, is that defensive line is going to have their way with that Allen. But Allen knows how to scheme right, because North Crowley, they took that D-line out. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, they've been doing it for 15 weeks, J-Mac. They ain't started rotating D linemen. They trust it. They trust it. But yeah, the Allen's offense is gonna have you tired. They're fast, they're consistent, and you're gonna be running. You're gonna have a bunch of 15-play drives. That's what worries me. Them 10, 12-play drives, that is going to wear you down more than size will. So yeah, we will see who is in better shape this week. And I'm sorry, I know I started going off, but yeah,
Oh,
we'll
no,
see
no,
in the shape.
That's a
You
good
good?
answer. Yeah, that's a good answer. Anybody else got an answer to that?
No, you don't head, Jay, but like you said, Duncanville, they playing a better Allen team, a better offensive team, and a better defensive team. So it's gonna be it's gonna be a good one, Jay. Like I said, I know we ain't doing picks, but
Hey, I gotta think about that one. I
It's
might
gonna-
have to
it's gonna- it's
I
gonna-
might have to get my Solomon on and dig into the scouting report on this one. I ain't even gonna lie. Because this is a tough game, man. If anybody, and I see Hydro, but Hydro is kind of, he kind of
biased.
Yeah. He got a bias and throw. Like he got it both of them working with him. So if you think y'all gonna go blow out Allen, I promise you, bro, you're gonna be going viral again. Don't forget the picture from last year. You sitting in the stand, looking like somebody stole your lunch money.
No, you made a good point, though, Jay. Nah.
I'm just saying.
No.
But they played the winner out of North Shore, who beat Dickinson, and Lake Travis, who I told y'all San Antonio ain't no San Antonio team in 6A is going. Come on, man.
You can't do that though. But you can't say that though, Johnson.
I just did it, and I was right.
Peacock is in the chat. I wish Peacock was here. He would tell you that San Antonio Johnson is legit. They were a legit team this year, man. They can play.
They legit playing basketball and in track all season.
Come on, man.
That game was closer than the score. That you know what though, J-Man? That game was closer because Johnson had a lead on Lake Travis. They had Lake Travis on the ropes. Lake Travis's experience just showed up at the game. But I know you think those San Antonio and shout out to San Antonio Swift down there and all them San Antonio track clubs. That's why they getting better down there in Centex. So yeah, man. Come on, man. You got to give them some credit, man. You giving credit to Port Arthur because of UGK, man. And then you don't want to give any love to San Antonio Johnson. Come on, J Mac. You been getting soft too, man. Y'all been getting soft this year. I don't know what it is about 20. I guess because of your
Pastor. What you want me to say, man? I've been telling y'all, San Antonio is basketball season.
I will say this: Smithson Valley might be kind of in the middle, but it's a little closer to San Antonio, J man.
I will give Smithson Valley is legit. I will say that they are legit.
It might have took him 5 tries to win one, but he got one last year.
They got there. They keep getting there, and that's the deal. They keep going. So when we say they can't play, they beating somebody.
They beating each other.
Well, they beat up on each other for 13 weeks. They beat up on each other for 13 weeks. And as soon as they play, somebody out of Muncie or Austin or Dallas, it's over.
Yeah,
it's fast.
Oh, man.
Since Justin been out the picture, San Antonio don't really have nothing to really like lean on consistently. I will give you that. It's always going to be a team from Houston and Dallas. I mean, at Cowboy Stadium. Dallas is going to be well represented. But San Antonio will be trying to sneak one in there every couple of years or so. So, yeah, I'm with you, J-Mac. I mean, here, you gotta prove it. You just got to prove it.
Well, how y'all see that North Shore, Lake Travis? I think this is – Matt Step just said that North Shore going to roll.
That's
But isn't this Lake Travis team legit?
But, J-Mac, everybody at North Shore keep beating is. Dickinson was legit. It pisses me off about North Shore. They're like, yeah, we had a down regular season. Yeah, everybody's doing good, but we still the big dogs. So you got to beat them. You got to beat them. You want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So we're going to see, man. Shout out North Shore winning these games some way.
I don't know how they doing it.
I'm with you now, B-Rise. I don't trust none of them teams out there to beat North Shore.
Come on, saying, Jay. I don't trust none of them teams, Jay. I just don't trust none of them, bro.
Yeah, when it comes to North Shore, man, like they say, man, winners win, right? Winners win. That's just what it is, and they're a winner. They're gonna find their way back to state, and you're gonna have 2 flawed teams. Well, that's if DeVille, man. I see Mark Henry say he think it'd be DeVille and North Shore for the 20th time. Seems like. But one thing we know, it's gonna be 45,000 watching it. So, like it or not, you know what I'm saying? It's like It's like the old Cowboys and Redskins. Everybody gonna be watching.
Yep. Hell, and Allen traveled deep too. If Allen make it, they gonna pack that navy blue and red out.
Oh yeah,
Allen traveled thick, man. And it's been a while too, so you know.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
OJ, he's gonna be packed.
It's been a while. You're right.
No, Allen gonna be rocking if they make it, because like that's like fresh. You know what I'm saying? We get something fresh. That's gonna be real good. Hey man, a great Final Four. I mean, if we talking, I think this is probably the best Final Four out of all the divisions.
Yeah.
I really do. So let's get to it, man. 6A D2. Oh my God. 6A D2, fellas. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start Region 2 just to kind of go over. Well, yeah. I'm gonna start Region 2 just to kind of get over that real quick. Not Region 2. I'm sorry, Region 1.
I know what you meant. Yeah, we know which one we gotta save for prime time.
We know we're waiting for prime time. So, Southlake Denton-Guyer, 51-19. People still telling me they don't believe in Southlake. It amazes me.
Hey man, shout out Davis Penn. They let him loose this week. That boy got loose. He been conservative all year. He got loose this week. Man, but yeah, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, man. It does seem like Guyer, because last year Guyer got up on him too. Same situation. It was a little closer last year with Sperry, but Guyer made it seem like, okay, this gonna be a good one. And by 12, when that first 12 minutes was up, we was like, here we go again. Another Southlake. But I will say this. My favorite thing about that game was I was kind of sad. They say don't meet your heroes. I was kind of sad because Denton-Guyer's defensive line, my favorite. Southlake Carroll's offensive line, my favorite. I was like, somebody might get exposed. But that game, they share blows, man. Southlake's offensive line, some plays they won, some plays they lost. Same for Denton-Guyer's D-line. So I would say I appreciate the D-line, O-line for making that part of the game good. Now, the rest of it, you can't win if you can't score. That's it. That's simply. And in Southlake, I'm sorry, you got to put up at least 50.
Now the refs. How the ref help you 51-19?
Yeah, I can see if you lost by 3. I can see if you lost by 3. No. And it's funny, too, what Spence said last week. We were talking about the onside kick stuff with Highland Park and West Mesquite, or Lone Star West. I'm sorry. But we was talking about that, about game reps. And Southlake had to punt that first series, and that freaking punt got blocked. And it just goes to show that they don't have to do that a lot. But, yeah, game reps do count. I did want to say shout out Coach Spence for that. He was right.
Yeah. And I'm not hating on defense. We here to give our opinions on what we see. I'm just telling you what I saw.
Yeah.
That's all.
Southlake ain't had a close game all year, man. Yeah.
But I tell you what. Well, I get your opinion. What did you think about it, B. Rise?
Man, when they went down 13-0, I was like, man. Oh man. Then like I said, I looked up, man. It was 28-13.
Yeah, they cleaned that up real
quick. I say, J-Man said he like, yeah, he rolled it, man. So that's my opinion, Jay. I don't see nobody beating this Southlake team this year. I mean, that's why I say, man. I don't even, like I said, I think DeSoto they can score, but I just don't think they can make enough stops. So it's gonna be a good one, but I just think this Southlake year, bro. What do you think, Pastor?
Yeah. It gets back to those two turtle doves on the sideline. You got baby, and you got daddy on the sideline because, Lovejoy didn't make the playoffs. So you got two Dodgers on the sideline. And if you think that offensively they're not going to come out because they already got the defense, not going to come out to play. And I look at this matchup, and I've said it before. And if Ron, if he's still in the chat, he can attest to this too. Alito exposed Geyer. They exposed Geyer offensively during that game. And when you look at it and say, okay, if like you say, Solomon, if the defense offensive lines cross each other out, then you start going to individual positions and you say, okay, which quarterback is better? Is Southlake Carroll's quarterback better, or is Geyer's quarterback better? And to me, Geyer's quarterback is like 7 tiers below Southlake Carroll's quarterback. So when you have, and I said this last week, that Corn on the Cob was going to get his in the beginning, but then after a while, he's going to keep taking that pounding and pounding and pounding from that Southlake Carroll defense, and that's what happened. After that, that's it. There's nothing else. So, and then when Geyer's defense had to continue to be on the field, and you got an outstanding defensive end for Geyer. But when you're on the field like that, you can't catch your breath. And that's all it was. It's like Southlake woke up and said, you know what, it's time to play ball. And that's what they did. And the same thing, well, I'm not gonna get there yet because I know we're not to region 2. So I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be good. I'm sorry, J Mac. I'm gonna be good.
And I'll say one more quick thing, J Mac. When I did Denton Geyer scout report for the playoffs, I mentioned that as good as that defense in that front 5 is, they have not been tested well in the air. Now their district has some great passing teams, but their district, I've been saying since last year, that district is the worst district for offensive linemen. That district does not have, so nobody's been able to sit back and throw the ball. But like you said, Pastor, Southlake took them out the game, and we saw their DBs. I mean, it was like week 1 out there for them. They just ain't been tested, and they got tested, put to that fire, and they found their melting point.
Yep, he picked them apart because, like you said, yeah, because the district they in, I know that district very well. It was weak on quarterbacks when it comes. I don't say this. Let me put it this way. You have what's his name, the son of the brother to the quarterback, that's one of Foul Mouth. Yeah, Nussmeier, but he wasn't playing like he normally plays. And then you look at the other schools. Capel had an outstanding quarterback, but he's a newbie. He's new.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think they have a great passing district, but they have some great quarterback. Hebron's quarterback had a but he was new. When they play Geyer, nobody can protect their quarterback in that district. So you can't tell in that game how well they can throw the ball. But it's just like if you watch Hebron and Capel, and I'm sorry going off topic, they was putting the ball in the air that game because they could block each other. That's right. But
I mean they were. I'm not saying that they can't play. I'm saying that they were new. Compared when you have a quarterback that's been under center, been there before with Southlake Carroll, it's a totally different ball game. And when you have state winning quarterbacks on the sideline as your head coach, and then your head coach, emeritus, and the Dodge son and daddy, you can't hold anything back. It's like you sit there and you're gonna get picked apart. And so when we get to Region 2, we're gonna discuss it. I know we are, but I'm telling you, it's the difference when you got that mind that somebody that has won 3 in a row on multiple occasions did it. Southlake did turn around and went down there and Westlake and did the same thing. So, hey,
yeah. So I want real quick. We got to hit the penalties. Geyer had 11 for 105. I'm telling you, and this is just a prelude to what we're gonna talk about later. Penalties against a team like Southlake don't do them but get you beat.
You already fighting uphill. Don't make it worse for yourself.
Yeah, and y'all can say what you want. I ain't trying to hear. I'm tired of excuses. I'm tired of no accountability. You are responsible for penalties.
Yeah.
Don't have them. Unless it's the occasional hold, stuff like that. I don't even blame stuff like that. But sometimes you get a holding or a pass interference, whatever. Yeah. But not a lot.
Personal fouls and unnecessary roughnesses, like
jumping outside. Just
exactly.
That kind of stuff is just bad. But hey man, until I see it, as far as I'm concerned, you gotta show me you can beat Southlake. I'm just sorry. And I know that's gonna motivate who we talk about next. Region 2. Ty was in the chat. I mean, Ty was there. There he is. We're gonna bring Todd in because we're gonna talk about Region 2. Salute to everybody, salute Todd, man. Salute Todd taking out of his busy schedule. Because I just guarantee you, Todd ain't been doing nothing but watching Melissa day in and day out. Man probably ain't even took a bath yet.
Hey, let me ask, Coach Todd, did you watch the Melissa Argyle game?
Yeah. I've seen it. Like not the commentary part.
Would you have kicked that field goal?
I mean, yeah, you got confidence in your kicker. Yeah, you're gonna try to set him up and on the chip away. Now, one thing you got to remember though that Lonzo said a lot of people don't know is when we lost the game in Baylor, it was on college goalposts, and them goalposts are narrow. Traditional high school goalposts. That's something you got to take consideration. But if he didn't know how to make some field goals and stuff, yeah, I ain't got no problem with it. I mean, that's his job.
Now, even after that big kick return, that's what was Alonzo thing is you kind of wasted the momentum of having a huge kickoff return.
Yeah. You probably I didn't just watch that specific part because I've been watching like cut up slices of all different games they got. But you can attack. If you got time on the clock and you got a quarterback that's a veteran, and they do because he'll sling you this year.
They do.
You can put it in his hands a little bit and tell him just don't take nothing because we don't want no negative plays, nothing like that. But the coach may have felt confident with the kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Melissa, they held on.
They did what they're supposed to do, right?
Yeah. Watch that kick sail the other way.
Basically. But hey, man, we're going to talk about this game, man. Coach, I don't know if you got an opinion on it or not, but we definitely going to talk about it and kind of relate it to what you guys. So we people are trying to compare, what DeSoto went through with Willis as to what Sock was going through with P&G. Now, personally, I don't agree. I don't think it's the same. But cause I didn't see a lot, but we'll talk about it. All right, B-Rise. DeSoto Willis, man, give us your thoughts on it. I'm gonna bring up the stats. Go ahead.
Be right back.
Man, I don't got much on it, Jay. I just think DeSoto did what they supposed to do. Like you said, they shut their best player down. Well, he had 10 catches, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns. So, I mean,
Coach Todd, you over there listening to AM radio?
But I just think
TV. My bad.
No, Jay. I just think DeSoto was just too much for him, Jay.
Yeah. Definitely too much firepower for him. What you think, Pastor? Willis was game though. Willis was a game team. I'm bringing up, but Soto did have a little too much firepower, but they gave up a lot of firepower.
Yep. For me, Willis, DeSoto is the more talented team, and if Willis would have stayed disciplined and not got caught up in the hype and the extracurricular activities, it would have been a much better game.
Yeah.
So that's
I can see that.
And we gonna because a lot of the things were, and I know people in the chat, and I know my man Lamont, and I've been trying. He's like, "Oh, y'all didn't see this play," and I saw when the quarterback was doing what he did to the DeSoto player, but there was a lot of cheap shots on the DeSoto side, and Willis went into that, and that's why I said I want to not to try to be nice to Coach Todd, because no, I already got my Super Sugar Crisp gear, I got my iron on. So it was different. It was a difference because P&G was playing dirty the same way. Sock players just didn't buy into it. That's the deal. The way how you settle that is you just point at you don't have to say anything. Just point at the scoreboard. That's all you got to do. And so it got out of hand. And I do on that part, I do blame it on the refs because the refs should have stopped the game and had both coaches at the 50-yard line and say, hey, do it again, we ejecting players. We're not doing this. That's how you stop that. You don't let it go on like that. You do not let that turn into the Roman Coliseum. You don't do that. You don't.
Hey, all I know is, well, go ahead, Solomon. What do you think of this game, man?
And I stepped out, y'all. We talking about just the penalties, or we talking about the game?
We talking about the game. I mean, penalties kind of part of the game, but yeah.
I think I will say this. Besides all the penalties, the most impressive thing I liked about DeSoto and Deacon called it is they put Boobie jammed up on Jermaine Bishop, and I think if you're watching it with an untrained eye, you'll say, Jermaine Bishop caught some slants, he got open. But if Jermaine Bishop catches the ball and then is immediately tackled, that's a win for the defense. Because we all seen what he can do with the ball. And I really like what they did with their O-line, man. They put their guards pinched up on the center and made 71 fight a double team all game long. So I really like that. And I will say this. I have a lot of respect for DeSoto's offensive line after their game, because I'm not going to lie. If my team is going to get a bunch of penalties, it better be coming from the offensive line, protecting their players. Now, everybody else, get out the way. If I'm going to give up penalties, it better be from my offensive line, protecting their running back and their quarterback. And they did. Now, sometimes they didn't get the penalty, and they did it smart. Sometimes they went a little too far. But I cannot stand a team where your quarterback and running back scrapping all night and the offensive lineman is not getting involved. That is a irk of mine. But shout out to Soto, man. That was a great game. Sarai Baker, like I said, DFW MVP. I don't think it's no arguing that. But they made Willis beat them without Jermaine Bishop, and that is how you beat Willis, and that is what they did, and that is why they handled them. So shout out to Soto. Now we're gonna talk about these penalties and stuff. I'm with y'all, because the refs at first was letting them play, then it started going too far, and I agree they should have been a meeting at 50. Said, hey, we finna start throwing people out, and if you out this week, you out next week. So I think they could have controlled it a little better. They could have controlled it a little better, especially the way Mathis get riled up. But shout out to DeSoto, man.
Will that be with or without the armed security guards?
Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, they on payroll for a reason, J Mac.
Lamont, I'm gonna say Lamont is like that. Lamont is like that cousin that doesn't like anybody, but he always come over to eat. Lamont, I want to know, what false narrative am I spreading? Because the penalties don't lie. I've seen the plays that y'all keep talking about, and I'll put it in comparison. Sock went through the same stuff, man, and you didn't see all those penalties. So just like Solomon Grundy said, your linemen take care of business, but as a lineman, you don't go to the other team's sideline to start a fight. You keep the fight in your neighborhood.
You're right. I did that my senior year. One of my younger linemen got caught up on North Mesquite sideline, and we was getting them for every direction. But So just try to keep it on your sideline for sure.
But they went to the sideline. It didn't start. It wasn't like the player was hit. The running back 22 for DeSoto was hit out of bounds. He was tackled in play. The DeSoto players went out of bounds to start something. There's a difference if you get caught up in enemy territory. They went into enemy territory knowing they were outnumbered. I don't know if they watched the movie 3000, and thought they were Spartacus, thought they were going to just, defeat it. You can't do that, man. And so, Lamont, I really want to know. We can talk again offline because I don't want to talk on the show. I want to know, what point does DeSoto say we're accountable? Because I have seen for about 4 weeks straight that they have gotten into physical altercations. So at what point you can't keep blaming it on everybody? Like my grandmother used to say, if everybody jump off the bridge, you're going to jump off the bridge too. You can't keep blaming it on everybody, Lamont. You can't do that.
Let's bring Todd into this one. Because Todd had this kind of situation where he had a lot of animosity and a lot of tension in his, really the last two games. I'm gonna be honest about it.
Yeah,
Ty, how did you handle this? You know, without getting 22 penalties and going viral for some of the unseen things that goes on.
Shit, pray. like it's a whole bunch of BS. It ain't just no one school here. I mean, we guilty too sometimes. You know, a lot of times we guilty too with soccer. You know, these kids they so commercialized by TV and what they see in the league and colleges. Ever since snatched old boy chain, Crabtree chain.
Oh yeah, Talib.
Yeah. You know, not every kid want to snatch a damn towel, want to snatch something from another team. So a lot of times you may not see what the other kid is reacting to, because he may have got his towel took and he trying to go get his towel back, and people in the stands may be like, man, that dude just crazy, out of control. You know, you may don't see somebody get punched at the bottom of a pipe, type of shit going in football, but you know, this the NBA young boy era. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know, with us here, I just pray about it, because you know, I mean, I know some of my kids have very short fuse of emotional control, because a lot of grown-ups ain't got emotional control. But
they ain't got good examples out there.
Yep. Coach, you being modest, but I'm gonna say this. Just getting to know. I'm just saying getting to know you, but I'm saying getting to know you and knowing Coach Stillwell and knowing Coach Ward. Y'all don't tolerate that from your team. So
yeah, it happens though. But I'm saying it does happen. Like when
it does.
The person that got kicked when 75 or whatever number kicked JP. If this was a year ago, that whole goddamn stadium would have been tore up.
Yeah. Right.
There's a whole lot that went in working with him in them situations to make him at least respond the way he responded. Now, should he have took his helmet off? Nah. But I'd much rather him take his helmet off like he did than go back and retaliate and then, you know, then get something to hurt the entire team. So I applauded him. And I was like, that when I walked on the field, I said, let me handle it. And he looked at me and we took it off. But in the same game, one of our kids snatched a PNG player a hand warmer out and was running back to the sideline. Coach Ward took it from him and walked that shit back.
See, now that's what I like, because PNG coaches saw little number 4 for PNG snatching him. Willis, little number 4 snatching that towel, running through his whole sideline, and then coaches just letting them do it. I can't see that I could not stand. So shout out Coach Ward for that, man.
So what I'm saying is sometimes you want kids to react better in tough situations. And sometimes you depending on the kid having some common sense, but sometimes that man got common sense. But then what I learned from Coach Sam, you got to know your personnel. Shit.
Yeah.
Every coach know who the fools is on the team. And I'm saying fools in. Like, it don't take much for them to be triggered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know who mine are. Right. So, you know, like I got to watch for eye on everything about 5 to 10 of my players. I know at any moment it can be combustible. And I got to find a way to blow that whistle. Like basically like when they hear that voice, you know, you got to get them to be like them trained dogs. They got but it's hard though. That shit hard.
Yeah, and I will say this because I know we're going to keep getting on the show, though. One thing I did see, number 2, the receiver was blocking somebody on a run play and blocked them out of bounds. Up until that moment, it was a great play. But after the whistle, he kept blocking them. And that receivers coach got in his ish and was in his face like a father do his son when his son get a little old and start acting up. So I will say I did see that. Now they did let some stuff go for the Soto. They did let them boys do their thing, but I did see that. So I will say they were trying.
I can't say it's just Soto. We just talking about because PNG was doing it, but I guess the flags wasn't there. Because they got caught doing a few things. Then Guy did a few things. Like every game do that. Hey, we don't even talk about we saw what happened on the North Crowley Alley. So
But okay, now I'm gonna speak on shit like that though. Like what I relay for, I don't like them teams, and a lot of cats, you know, got to do all that rah-rah shit at the 50-yard line and stuff in the pregame. And then they come back like I tell my kids, I tell them every week. I don't like all that basketball celebration shit everybody be doing. You know, you be acting the fool because my thing be, if you gonna dish it, you gotta be man enough to take that shit. Without it being a problem. And I resort back to when we lost to Randall. I'm telling you, y'all doing all that talking when we win. But you be the same one, want to walk in the locker room, busting the walls again out of the goddamn Cowboys. You can't take the shit you give. You know what I'm saying?
So and some people just built differently, coach, and that's why I say so. I'm gonna do this to help Lamont out because he's talking about behind the scenes. No, I've been saying the same thing because I'm gonna give you a little bit of history. Then I'm gonna shut my mouth. Lamont, when the racist stuff was going on with the Hawkins brothers when they played for Allen and they transferred to Emerson, I called that out. So when you sit there and try to say certain, I'm doing on the South Side, and when South Lake was having their racial issues, I called it out, and guess what they did? They AD resigned, and they made a baby Dodge, Riley Dodge, the AD, because he knew how to handle those situations of them being racist. So when you sit here and say, "I'm picking on the team," I'm saying when you got coaches, Lancaster game, for example, getting into a kerfluffle. As Judge Judy said, get into a kerfuffle. After the game, you start taking the team takes on the personality of the coach, and eventually, y'all as fans have to take accountability because I know there's one thing: if you trolling somebody, it's another thing that I've seen DeSoto fans go out of their way. Because like I said today, I'm an Oreo cookie, I'm a sellout, and all the rest of this stuff. And that person doesn't know me, so I laugh it off because he says that every year about me when I say something. When it gets down to it's about discipline. At the end of the day, I've been saying that. J-Mac been saying that for forever. You can't get up there and get mad when the parents are in the stands and y'all are saying things, and then you get mad when another team responds to that. You either gonna play the game or you're gonna turn it into a WWE SmackDown. Which is it? You can't have it both ways.
I'm gonna say that it be some ruthless stuff on that field though. Like I'm talking about, like.
But it's part of it, coach.
Yeah,
like, that ain't new.
But in this era, I think the problem with the era is they think everything is crash out material.
Yeah.
And everything ain't crash out, especially when you talk about a team. When you talk about a team sport, you want to have some emotional control. If you have my kids, what I always talk to them about is emotional control.
That's my whole thing.
When that shit get crazy, like these cats out there talking about knocking boys, girls out, and your girls, like he get real.
I've seen some. This it's that internet era, so it's worse because these kids go back and forth online, like you said. I was at your girlfriend's house and all this kind of stuff.
At your mama's house and all that stuff. Yeah. All that stuff. Your daddy in jail. All we done heard all of that. So anybody sit up there and say it's different, it's no different. It's just the cameras are on you. So at the end of the day, that's why I respect what Coach Gates did. I respect what Coach Gates did. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Coach Todd. Go ahead.
But this my thing though, too, though. Like I'm cool for the rah-rah, do your thing, and everybody got their own little way that they do their thing. Right. But one thing I don't like about football, I don't like no bum rushing at the 50 type shit. Because I think going back with hell, I don't know you as a coach when I coached the Skyline. Like, nah, like I ain't never been no one to go mob the 50 and all that gangster shit. Because then you can't turn that gangster shit out later on.
Yeah. You got in there and you're going downhill now.
Yeah. You just crashing out. What we call you crashing out. You out there like a crackhead crashing out, and you can't do that out there on the field. You cannot take that hood mentality out there on the football field. Because I say again, when you have the spotlight on you, and all these college recruiters are out there, they want to know. We don't see too many movies about that. They want to know how you handle yourself under pressure. Are you gonna crack under pressure when you got 100,000 people in the stadium talking crazy to you? What are you gonna do if you playing for Michigan and you going to the horseshoe? Are you gonna crack under pressure? If you can't handle it on the high school level, how you gonna handle it up there? How you gonna handle it?
But they do. It's just like that's what I'm saying. That's what the game has went to from Pop Warner to goddamn to the league. Like it's certain in what kids do. They emulate what they see on TV.
They do.
They emulate what get put on TikTok. They emulate all the shit they see in the game. So it's hard to control something when you ain't handling it at all the levels. Because they're going to do the same shit. Okay, this year. In the past, ain't never been no celebrations. Now, everybody score a touchdown, do a goddamn thing, and it ain't no penalties no more. It used to be wear your knee pads.
Yeah.
We gotta wear knee pads no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when you start to accept a lot of shit in the game, this the shit you're gonna get from the game.
Agreed.
And some shit get more personal. But like, but if we played PNG 4 years. One thing I said about PNG, the mindset of their linemen, I'll take them.
Yeah.
Because when we do come back and watch film, one thing I can always say is that we say is, shit, they linemen nasty. And everybody wants some nasty linemen.
Hold on, man. Like, look, but why DeSoto the main topic?
Nah, DeSoto, I ain't talking about DeSoto. I'm talking about this in general.
Well, I mean, they try to this is the problem with the culture of DeSoto.
And this is the problem.
They just want you to say all the good, but you can never say if they do something wrong because it's bad. Because you can't do that. You only can talk. You can only talk about my man in there, the QB going 10 for 14 for 150 yards. That's all we want to talk about. We all know the ride. I don't care how many penalties you get, as long as you feed him, you're in the game.
Yeah, that just give him more. When you get a 15-yard penalty, that just give him more yards to get. He's gonna get it. I'll say this because I'm sorry, because I know it was pronounced Miss Erica. When I gave the crackhead analogy, because I know some people try to take that and be like, "Oh, he talking about black folks." Let me do this. Let me do this way. If a meth heads crash out. So what I'm saying is when you're out there on the football field, you conduct yourself. It's going to be stuff. We all get into chippy situations. We all do.
What I'm talking about. There's no accountability, dog. It ain't no. We were just wrong.
No more. Like everybody crash out. When you on that young boy, like when I get in the shower, when I'm turning on my goddamn young boy in the morning, and I'm crashing out in the shower. Shit. And
the only reason we talking about DeSoto because Willis don't live here. We talking about the local team.
That game was the game full of the penalties. Yeah, so it's both teams. DeSoto's a home team.
Willis is just as bad. And ain't nobody excusing it, but I'm just not talking about it because number one, they lost. Number two, they ain't here.
And I will say this to DeSoto fans: you have to understand your coach, right? Coach Mathis has to be the most loved and hated coach in Texas high school football because when he wins, you're gonna know about it, and he's gonna make sure you know about it. That is Mathis' style. He's not trying to be your friend. He ain't trying to be friendly. He's trying to get that last laugh. So, man, these comments is crazy tonight. But that's your coach. Everybody outside of DeSoto's community wants to see Coach Mathis lose, and that's what he's built his fame on, and he lives and dies by. I respect.
That's the motivation that they do anyway. It's everybody hate us. Nobody like us. Everybody against us. It's us against the world. It's this and that. So what's the problem?
Can I share words of wisdom with everybody that's on the panel and in the chat? Because I used to be one of those that I would crash out, man. I didn't start fights, but I ended them all. And eventually, my mama sat down and my daddy sat down and had a conversation with me like, hey, son, you can't fight every battle. And she explained something to me, and I hope y'all take this to heart. She said, we love you because we're family. She said, but when I'm gone, I want other people to love you too. And that's the issue with DeSoto. Y'all love each other, but when people are gone, y'all want other people to love y'all too. And I still have it on here. Y'all are the same group that try to cancel Dig 'em Smack. And you still have to apologize for that. So that's why I keep putting it on there every week, free Dig 'em Smack. When I'm on here for that reason. He didn't threaten y'all. He didn't come out there and trip the quarterback when he was doing a keeper. He didn't do any of that. He gave his honest assessment and does something every time he does to give people the shovel because his last name is Diggs. And y'all took it to the point to where y'all want to get the NAACP. You got everybody up in there. You don't call Hakeem Jeffries and everybody else to try to come and talk about that. And then y'all talking about, oh, he's doing a false narrative. And I don't like when people say that because show me where I've lied.
It ain't a false narrative.
I said that before. Show me where the lies are. Show me what. If you tell me where I lied, I'll come on here and apologize where I've lied. But I know for the last 4 weeks, at least the last 4 weeks, I have seen confrontations between DeSoto and other teams. I'm gonna ask Coach Todd this. Coach Todd,
yeah.
Did y'all shake hands with PNG?
Yeah. We shook hands.
Okay, I'm done. That's all I gotta say.
I will say this. Yeah, my dad. He was. When he watches me and my brothers play, he's quiet. He'll yell at the refs, but he don't yell at coaches. He don't do all that. The one time that man got on me after the game was when I decided not to shake somebody's hand. And he don't. So I agree with y'all where it kind of starts at home, man. You got to set the tone. But these kids is kids, man. We got to set the tone.
Well, I mean, now all of a sudden, people been wanting to talk about it. Now all of a sudden they don't. And I will answer this one. He said for 20 minutes, yeah, right. But we've been on for 2 hours, and we'll talk about every game. We'll talk about every game from 4A all the way up. So this is just the last one. This is just the last one.
Hey, Mac, you do your thing. This is your show. This is y'all show. You do your thing.
Like, this is literally the last topic. And we gone after this. So, right, so like we've been over here since 8 o'clock. We've been talking. We'll talk every game. We'll talk every game in detail. And I promise you, every game seems like it's been 20 minutes.
Yeah, we spent a long time on Argyle and Melissa. Even the Southland game, we spent some time on. Man, it's a talk show. We'll talk.
Yeah, spent an hour and a half on North Crowley and Allen. Hell, Friday.
But that's my thing, man. If you play at DeSoto, you know your coach. Coach Mathis is gonna live and die in the extremes. So when you win, yeah, we all gonna cheer for you. But everybody secretly wants to see DeSoto lose, just because that is the aura that their coach has created. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's made him a famous coach. Coach Mathis is gonna go down in history when he retires. It is what it is. But you gotta live and die by it, and that's just what DeSoto's doing.
All right. Well, they don't want to talk about DeSoto no more. I do. Can we talk about the matchup? Can we talk about the South Lake DeSoto matchup? Is that okay?
Oh man, DeSoto enjoy being the center of attention this week because next week is a whole different beast, dog. And Riley ain't gonna be doing all that talking.
Let's talk about the matchup. They do got a game coming up. Yeah. He said, I don't care if it's 22 false starts. Diggs gonna stand no business, boy. I ain't mad at Diggs.
That's what they get mad about. I said the same thing about Anna when I said on the sideline with the shoulders down, they were out there trying to fight and all the rest of that stuff. Then they end up fighting each other during that Melissa game. It's about discipline. You can't sit up here and because my deal for me, you can't sit up here and say, oh, he hating on the South Side, he hating on the South Side, he hating on the South Side. I'm saying no. Here's the issue, and I'm gonna say this. I know we're in mixed company, but I'm gonna say something. When other people do something, they look at the individual. When one of us do something, they look at the collective. That's how we act all the time. And that's why I said herein lies the difference. Because I saw from Grimes' time, he was talking to the sock players in the locker room at halftime. And when I tell you it wasn't all of that stuff going on, they were having conversations about, hey, this is what we need to do to get better. The offense kept us, defense kept us in the game. We got to do what we got to do. This is what I'm saying. There is a difference. And how is close DeSoto in proximity to South Oak Cliff? Because I know y'all hang out together. So what is going on at DeSoto? Because this is beyond the football field. Because we can go back and talk about everything that was going on in the school when everybody kept transferring because all those fights were going on.
Let's keep it on Saturday.
No, I'm sick of them, man. I'm sick of them, no, Jay, man. You can mute me. I'm sick of the conversation that nobody wants to take accountability. I'm tired of parents coming to me that want to speak on the behalf of their children in court when you know Juju was bad. You know Juju was stealing and you didn't stop him. Then you want me to go talk to the judge on your son's behalf? No. Stop it. Parents, stop it. Stop clowning in the stands. That's what you do. Stop clowning in the stands, and then the kids will do better. And check your kids. Tell your kids to stop playing the fool.
All right,
but you can't tell them that because then you want to sit up there and you want to threaten me all on Facebook and everything. I'm gonna do this when I see you. Oh, I'm gonna do that when you come on. I done told y'all that before.
You crashing out, bro.
I'm not crashing out. I'm telling the truth. They don't like it.
Stop listening to the comments.
Okay, let's do it. The topic. Coach Todd, I want to talk about who was the color coordinator because I know y'all supposed to been doing the purple rain, but I saw a whole lot of lavender. What's going on with that?
Nah, I mean, when everybody started making a big deal about fucking gloves or whatever, I was just like, I just put in the coaches group. I like shit. I'm just finna buy everybody purple spad and purple mask and purple gloves. I mean, and purple undershirts. We just did, it ain't no big. We done it before. We did it for Kimbo some years ago, but it's just something we do. But like I told them kids, we go out here and lose with this shit out.
Yeah, it's risky. It's risky.
Yeah, but it is what it is. At some point in time in the game, you gotta let the kids have fun. My biggest thing be, if everybody do it, I'm always cool with it. As long as if the team do it, then let's do it as a team.
I ain't gonna lie. When Willow showed them purple shoes, that took me out.
Yeah.
I mean, that go back to the lineage really when like Kimber probably did it the best, back with the DeLon and them and Byron Norton and them, like they did it probably the one that I remember. So I ain't got no problem embracing the past, because that's a lot of shit I grew up on. So watching cats like that. So I was like, yeah, we'll do a lot of that stuff. Like we done came to games and wore all red undershirts, red spec before. You know what I'm saying? So
why was that such a big deal though, Coach? Like why is that? Why was it a big deal with? Because I don't know. I got it through secondhand. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it, but why was it such a big deal that this game, you guys wearing the opposite team color, whatever?
Because they made a big fuss about the gloves. Like what they don't understand what the gloves was. People normally wear gloves if, like, let's say the color, with linemen and stuff for holding and stuff, but you would wear the same exact color as the team jersey. Like, we had on purple gloves, but they had on white jerseys, so the shit don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to tell y'all the lowest thing that Coach Todd, that y'all have ever done, and I'm glad y'all did it for the broadcasters, but not for the team. When y'all did that white on white, when y'all played Longview, that was low down and dirty, man. You couldn't read the numbers. The people in the booth, like, I don't know what number that is. Is that number 11 or is that number 77? That's low down. Because you don't know who's doing what. That was, you did that. I know that was you, man. I know you were the mastermind.
Nah, it's a backstory on that. The backstory was we had just got the jerseys in. So when we were looking at it, we like, damn, this ain't gonna be legal right here, bro. but the ref didn't say nothing.
Did y'all have backup jerseys though? That's what I want to know. Did y'all have any backup just in case?
We would have had to wear Longview white jerseys.
Man, that was low down when y'all did that, man. But that just made me. They were frustrated. The announcers were frustrated with y'all.
I need you to use better words, man. You don't got it in enough hot water. Low down is not a good word.
But when we got back to the school, shit,
I say that was cold.
I got email from UIL. They emailed me about that.
Yeah. So y'all haven't worn them since, I'm guessing.
Nah. That little money down the tube. Hey, but we got some. Okay, I tell you what, he be talking that Jersey talk. We ain't broke no more come January. I tell you that. I tell you, we got a deal like too many cats in the state of Texas got.
Already. How you see this? I don't even want to talk about it.
What game?
I'll go get you South Lake DeSoto, but I don't
we gotta talk about it, J-Mac. We gotta talk about it.
This time, man. Too many. I mean, I understand why people let Pastor get under their skin to where they just act all crazy. They act crazy as they say he ain't.
But this the thing, J-Mac, that I'm interested to see. Because South Lake, had played some teams, but I don't think they played a bunch of teams like DeSoto. You know what I'm saying? So all their success that they could have had versus, some of the other teams ain't got nothing to do with them playing DeSoto. I think this is a different element. It's like South Lake Nemesis has been getting over the hump of who? Duncanville, them type of team. This their first time going against us. So I think it's a pick 'em game where the team to come out and execute the best is going to win the ball game. I don't think it's a game you just go in. I think this the game South Lake really proved is they what everybody been saying they are all year. And I think this probably their first true test at finding that out.
I don't know, Todd. They just played two good teams, especially that Prosper team 2 weeks ago.
Man, what I'm saying is this.
I'm talking about,
and I don't want to classify this.
Yeah. I got you.
I'm saying like they coming to a different. Now they're gonna play in like a Southern Sector youth league now. You know what I'm saying? Like playing Prosper, fine, but that ain't equivalent to playing the DeSoto, Duncanville, them type of teams. You know what I'm saying?
They had a close game with Longview last year, so I know what you're saying.
So somebody kind of said it in. Yeah, I'm just anxious to see that. Now, do I think South Lake capable of beating DeSoto? Yeah, I think DeSoto capable of beating South Lake. That's why I said it's gonna come down to execution and playmakers. If Sherrod Baker run like he been running, shit.
Hey man, right now it's hard to go against the way he playing. I'm gonna be honest, like that's why I think this is a 50-50 game because nobody would have said that at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, so and that's why I'm going back to. I think it's a game gonna come down. You got to let the game be played now because y'all don't heard. You got to pick somebody that's on Wednesday. But for me, I think it's a team. I think it's gonna be an execution based game. The same thing I think with the Allen and Duncanville. Like this ain't gonna come down to execution. I don't think nobody's gonna go out there and lay no egg and just get ran through.
Sherrod, as good as he is, he don't play defense, coach. And it worked with Willis. When Willis got one receiver, I mean the tight end is good too. But if I can stop Jermaine, I can stop Willis. You don't have the one guy to stop on South Lake. You got about 8. I gonna say 8. I go over exaggerate, but you got about 6 dudes that can score on you at any given point.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what coaching come in because now it's like what you gonna take away. Or is it down to distance based? Is it field position based when they go to this guy? It's a whole bunch of things you can take away. Has anybody put the quarterback in some positions where he ain't comfortable? Can you take away the first read? Does he do a good job if the first read ain't there? So it's a whole bunch of questions that both quarterbacks gonna have to get answered. Because South Lake got a good defense too. But at the end of the day, like it's a football game, it's for the semifinals. Shit, it ain't supposed to be easy. Somebody got the ball. And that's for every game going on at this time of year.
I agree with you because, like I said, as good as South Lake was last year, Longview did. I mean, that field goal, J Mac be laughing about it. Longview did bring them against the rope. So I get what you're saying. It's gonna be a different kind of. It's gonna be a different kind of game that they're used to playing. Absolutely,
a different style of what they want. Because now, they got to go against it.
They're gonna have to score, man.
Right.
Like if you go to a shootout, then that means is Baker doing his thing and they doing their thing over there. Shit, like Baker's sister go to soccer. Hell, I'm about to suit her up this coming up week. If
she got any of it.
I hit the dad of the week. I say I'm finna find out if she got some touchdown Baker in her at this week.
Baker a whole team, man. It's we good. I don't root for none of y'all. I don't root for none of y'all. You understand that? I don't root for none of y'all. I just want you to understand that. But I don't care who wins. I pick who gonna win.
I'm gonna say this. It's gonna come down to quarterback play and the unsung hero in the line of scrimmage. I'm gonna put it on their main position. Now DeSoto secondary gonna have to stand up, but at the same time, that D line gotta get out their ass.
That's what I was about to say. Willis back there running empty, coach. They back there running empty, and the quarterback ain't worried about anything. And that's Willis's offensive line. The South Lake offensive line is 2 times better than that. So they're gonna have to figure out. You can't send everybody because you can't do 1-on-1 against them wide receivers at South Lake. So I don't know what you give up.
It's a football game, man. Like as a coach, you know what I mean? Shit, this is the game you want to be in. This is the challenge you want. You know, like everybody saying, y'all been saying all year, South like unbeatable.
Hey, so, I definitely been saying the offense is unstoppable, and I don't think that's gonna change.
Yeah, do this year. And J Mac, I think you confused something that I said. I said low down. I didn't say down low.
I'm just saying the problem
I said because
everything you say right now is just getting.
I can recite the ABCs. I can recite the Lord's Prayer, and somebody will have a problem with it. So I'm just saying. Coach Todd knew what I was saying, and all I'm saying at the end of the day,
I got to proclaim. Your ass be going out today. But this no, I'm saying on that part with the numbers, man, because I saw that and I'm like, okay, they let them get away with it. They playing with the numbers. But all I'm saying is gets back to, and I'll say this, gets back to discipline. No team, you can't have 22 penalties against South Lake, and you're not gonna win the game. Not against South Lake.
I don't think that'll be a problem because Willis was baiting DeSoto all game.
Yeah, Willis definitely had something to do with it.
Yeah, South
Lake. They did, but I'm saying you have to play your style of game. You can't keep Sir Rod. You can't keep them behind the chains the whole time. It can't be second and 15, second and 18, second and 20. You can't do that against South Lake. South Lake is gonna come in. They're gonna do what they do. It's literally two. I compare these two games. I compare South Lake, DeSoto, and Allen, Duncanville, because South Lake and Allen play similarly on defense. They play similarly on offense. So it's the different styles matching up with each other. Talent-wise, I'm gonna say this. Talent-wise, DeSoto has the better talented team. Scheme-wise, South Lake Carroll has a better scheme. So we're gonna see if it's gonna be talent or scheme.
No. We ain't finna do that. Nah, bullcorn. Nah.
Why you say that?
Cause that bullcorn. See,
What's that? Go ahead, come on, give it to me.
Because like scheme mean it's some brain behind it. Talent mean it's some DNA. Nah, hell no.
Both teams got talent and schemes. Yeah. Like even DeSoto got a scheme.
I'm not. Well, let me rephrase this because I know everybody's sensitive like Ralph Tresman tonight. What I'm saying is, if you lining up talent for talent, DeSoto is the more talented team.
Why?
Then
why?
You talking about Duncanville?
I'm saying why you say that. Wait, who got the most recruited players?
Yeah. Now I don't think that applies this year.
But most recruited players. Let me do this, Coach Todd. I'm gonna say this because you had to literally lobby for your running back a couple of years ago. So the most recruited players means nothing. You have one of the best running backs in the state that year, and you had to say, "Hey, why is nobody recruiting this man?"
That's true.
Do you recall that? So it has nothing to do with who's getting the most recruited. I'm talking about when you're looking at who.
If you take like, how can you say DeSoto got more talent than them?
No, they don't.
I think South Lake is the most talented team.
I'm not, and I wasn't talking about. I didn't say anything about coaching. Let me do this. Let me back up and say this. What I'm saying is the combination of quarterback and running back with DeSoto. When you have Sir Rod is going to be one of the best players on the field, regardless of what team he's on. You gotta factor that in. You gotta factor in talent.
Where's the other kid going? The Penn kid going?
He decommitted, but he was committed to Baylor before his junior season.
This kid is a Division I kid.
I'm not saying that, Coach. I'm saying this is what I'm saying. When you are building a team, if you're gonna build a team, you start from scratch. Okay. I am taking Sir Rod as my base, and I will build everything around him.
Like, what is that?
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that they.
Hold on, right quick. Like this shit is thrown. Like, first of all, when we came into this season, everybody talked about South Lake got 5 D1 linemen, right?
And I still see it.
That's what I'm saying. So you talking about 5 D1 linemen. If we talking about talent, they got a Division I quarterback. They got a Division I running back, and everybody said they had 4 Division I receivers. That's the whole damn offense.
Okay, let me do this. and since people have short-term memory, in my defense, they said the same thing about Prosper, and I kept telling them Prosper was fool's gold and Allen was gonna get them. I've been saying that. So it's the same thing. I haven't changed regardless of who you.
Like people got mad at you, dog, and Prosper because you was making like Prosper was trash.
I didn't say they were trash. I said they were fool's gold. I said it was fool's gold.
Some people say about Allen.
Okay, let's do this.
With all these nicknames for everybody, Old Super Sign, DeAndre, White Chocolate.
I agree with Jasmine. Just say, you know what, I misspoke. I was wrong.
Right.
Yeah, you can't say that DeSoto's more talented than South Lake.
They got beat by
Coach Boyd, your media man said nobody said that about Prosper. I did. I because Solomon Grundy and I have had many of discussions, almost to debate, about Prosper's O-line and everybody giving them so much credit, and they just gonna push everybody down and win every game. And that wasn't the case.
I'm saying they lost to Allen and South Lake. Like they lost to the 2 teams that's still playing. Like,
right. And I what people kept picking Prosper to go and win it all. That's all I'm saying, Coach.
Nobody said Prosper. I ain't heard nobody on this show say Prosper gonna win it all. Solomon always would tell you he thought you were disrespecting Prosper the whole time by making them not give them they just do. They took Allen to the break. Allen didn't dominate no
okay, what side? Okay, let me ask this question because let's go put our head. What side of town is Prosper on as far as the DFW?
Okay, let's not go. Let's not go way.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just saying equal opportunities. I'm saying is if you can sit there, name me a player. I'm not talking about what school you going to, all this stuff. Name me a player. Can you give me 3 other players that will be on the field that's better than Mr. Baker?
You talking about the O-line? Okay, Pastor.
I'm talking about period. I'm talking about.
We've already said Sarad is the MVP. Go ahead, Coach Tom.
Like he's having a hell of a season.
Yeah,
he's
MVP.
having a season that's going down into the DeSoto history books right now. But I'm still saying, when you talking about a team, Sherrod Baker just ain't running because it's Sherrod Baker. Somebody doing a good job blocking and coaching up front.
Great
and what happens all
line.
the time is, like I just said, when we win, talent. When we lose, it's coaching. Now you can see the same shit with Ray Gates. Last year he was a genius.
Oh my God.
Now what does he call about? Cats got on there talking about, I sent 21 kids there. They ain't going there no more. Like, look at that. Only the real stand-up people that really care that came out and be like, hey, we just got our butt whooped. Like the
sometimes.
Yeah.
That happened. It's the same way when we lost to Randall. Like, people, like, then all of a sudden we ain't shit no more. Like, I ain't never put nobody judge. But they're going to go to every black coach. When Alito got under the center and ran a damn quarterback sneak from under the center, whatever, and thumped the ball, ain't no Alito person come out and say shit about coaching. Let that have been us.
Okay.
Black man can't coach.
I'm glad that you said it because let me do this because I don't.
Coach Todd, the biggest critics of the black people, of the black coach, is the black folks.
Well, I know.
A lot of that, though, I will say this, Todd. A lot of that is just fan talk. And I think it's a difference between fan talk that still gonna support you, even though they might be critical and emotional. And then, and like you said, a lot of it is just haterade. I get it. I get both sides of it. But I just think sometimes, like the whole thing with Gates, I don't know what's going on with that. I'll be honest.
You done seen this shit. You done seen this shit with Reginald Samples losing on the head.
Yeah.
Why JJ wasn't on the field? Why when we lose, it's the same.
But they gonna be right back in the stands. A lot of that's fan talk. That's what I'm saying. A lot of that is fan talk.
But they not fans. They really.
But the ones that ain't fans, I agree with you. I agree with you on that one.
So imagine the wind can blow the ball against Kyler Murray and blow the pump back on Allen. I'm
gonna say this because I don't want to get anything.
No, hold on. When Riley Dodge lose, it's power because people were hurt. Yeah, he made it that far with an understaffed team and all this.
They had better athletes.
Yeah, they never got that goddamn credit over.
Let me do this, Coach. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this, Coach, because I don't want because I know your style because we from the same, what we do. The reason why can I say this? Because I don't want, because my deal is I don't want people to leave here. Wait, Coach, because I don't want people to leave here because people take. Hold on, Coach, because people can take something that I said, which wasn't the case, and they'll take it as, black coaches can't coach. If you got I'm talking about because I'm saying some of the stuff in the chat. The reason why I'm saying this, Coach, is I don't think anybody shouts out as many coaches as I do.
But it ain't about you.
And I don't think and I give them their credit.
Looking at the chat, bro. I'm telling you, they go out. They don't like
the reason why I say this is because
ain't nothing you gonna say, go fix it.
No, what I'm saying,
go fix it.
The reason why I'm saying this, J Mac, is because Coach Todd took what I said about talent and he used that as a springboard.
Because Pastor, you did say that DeSoto was more talented than South.
You said that.
Okay, I did say that. Okay. Well, is there not some games that one team is a little bit more talented than the other?
Southlake is the most talented team in no matter how you want to put it. Recruitment, on the field, film, wins, losses, they're the most talented team in Texas this year. It's no really debate about that. I mean, Duncanville is up there with their receiving core. They had a hell of a receiving core. But in terms of player to player, 22 starters, Southlake, nobody compares with them on paper or on the field.
And I said, and I'll say again.
You said scheme Southlake, talent DeSoto.
You said it. Now, what you meant?
I did.
What you said?
I did say that. And
scheme means you got to have some kind of fundamental brain in order to execute the scheme. Talent means you can roll the damn ball out there and them boys gonna play.
They're just natural athletes.
No, and see, here's the deal. Here's the deal of the stereotype when people hear what they want to hear. There are some teams that just line up. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it. I'll give you an example. I'll get off of that game. I'll go to Sock.
Take all day, Pastor.
No, I'm not. Sock is more talented than Melissa. Would everyone agree with that? Okay. So what I'm saying is nothing against the coaching, which is why I said if DeSoto can be disciplined, this game could go either way. That's all the point that I was trying to get out.
Man,
I'm not talking about them not coaching. Of course they can coach.
So simple. If you just said, "My mistake. This is what I meant." We wouldn't even be going.
And that's what I said.
No, okay. That's okay. Now you.
This is all I'm saying, bro. Like it don't matter who you play. Like at some point in time, like at this time of the year, everybody got some good coaching and everybody got some talent. Now, some people may have a little bit more, a little bit less in either side. But when it's us, and I'm speaking from a person that's been watching football since 1980-something, every time a black coach is lost, it's always because of coaching by our people. Damn what the other people say. I'm talking about our people.
Did I say that, though? Did I say that?
I'm talking about you.
He not talking about you. He just talking in general. Yeah.
I'm talking about when the other side has lost, it's always been an excuse that ain't related to them not being good coaches. And if you don't see, when you just had to get on here early and start, Ray Gates is 50-something and 5. And look at the comments after one loss.
Yeah. That's why I made sure to say that. That's why I had to make sure to put out there, he's going to beat Riley Dodge to 100. And I'm like, Todd, I seen it, but I get it. I get it. There's a lot of just crazy stuff going on, but Ray Gates is a good coach. We already know that. Like I said, he's gonna probably get 100 and be 106, 107. He's gonna beat the 109.
It should be going on with Freddie James was coaching, Willie Darian was coaching,
Yeah.
Thomas was coaching, James Jones was coaching, Reginald Samples was coaching, Jason Todd was coaching, goddamn Bruce Chambers coaching. Like it don't matter who you name. Willie Gaston. Willie Gaston. Since the other coach left, then every time they lost, because they got the black coach now. Like,
well, you see with Sam, they giving Peterman all.
yeah, with Sam, he ain't one without Peterman.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's what it is, but it ain't never that same way. Like, and the thing be crazy, and then all the black people be like, "Oh, I ain't promoting my people." Man, get the hell out of here. People know who they gonna hire when they open a goddamn job at real places people want to go. But then don't nobody say that shit to Alito when Buchanan stayed there. When Steve Woods took over, who would have been the fastest to 100 in the history of Texas if he would have stayed. They don't say that shit when a new coach waited 20 years to get to Alito. Ain't nobody tell him to leave. But with us,
coach too.
How many times you done said, Pastor, I'm holding coaches hostage? Like somebody want to go to goddamn school to go 4 and 5.
Let me do this, coach. Let me do this since we're talking about that.
Who
were the coaches I was talking today? Who were the coaches I was talking about?
You always be saying that I ain't promote the coaches. You said
that. I didn't say holding coaches hostage. I didn't use that terminology. I've never used that terminology. I said about promoting coaches on the staff, which is what you do. Your coaches come on here. People know Coach Ward. People know Coach Spencer. People know Coach Carr. I'm talking about there are coaches that if you go to their web, and I go back to what I said, if you go to their website, you don't know who the OC is versus who's the DB coach. You don't know who the coaches are. That's what I said. I'm saying is when you were under Coach Samples, you want the people that are going up under you to be better.
Ain't nobody know me. You're a damn lie. No, I ain't going for that lie neither. No, that's a lie.
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know about Coach Todd. He coached my big cousin at Skyline. He was coaching my big cousin. I was at all their games. I ain't know who coached Todd.
We had no one defense. We had a whole bunch of success. And they're like, I don't go for that shit. No, that's a lie.
Coach Todd, I'm saying this to you because I love you like a play cousin. When you go to the games, you see that. I have seen utter confusion on sidelines when you don't know who's what. That's all I'm saying.
If you come to any soccer game, you ain't gonna know who what when you look at the sideline. You make
you do.
You make big space. All I'm saying is this, Pastor. When it comes to these jobs, I ain't never heard nobody run Steve Woods out that he need to leave, Buchanan, or the new coach, the Robert Jones, whoever done took it over.
The coach at Katy too before that, who the DC took over.
Yeah, he was 20-something years, I believe, or 15 years before he got it. See, what they really want is, and the thing is, when you say greener pastures, everywhere, you know what makes pastures greener? Because a whole bunch of people done jumped over there and they been shit, and that shit turns green later on. Not when the first shit go over there. Because the doo-doo is fertilizer.
Yeah. But
so a lot of cats be fertilizer and don't be able to get the reward of the fertilizer. Like, why ain't nobody saying, how can I keep coaches for going on damn near 10 years?
Good coaches, too.
Because maybe if the coaches before me stayed longer, this would have been happening. But
true, they want because they want to stay, and as we get back to coaching. And no, I can say I'm not addressing the chat, but I'll address this. Richard, I'll put out. Richard, I don't drink, and over half a century being alive, I've never had a drink before in my life. So no, I'm not drinking. And I get what Coach Todd is saying because you want to promote. No, I'm just saying that because I don't, certain things. That part I saw, it stuck out to me. So Coach Todd.
No, hold on right quick. I'm trying to get some free game. Because if Dallas was smart, Reginald Samples would have never left. Why they had to do it?
Agreed.
So now, what has happened since I done came? Like, it really, I would prefer my staff to reap more benefits than the other 21 coaches in the district. But how much more money has every head coach in Dallas done made now because of the success of what we done inside?
Yeah.
And they still can't do what you do.
Because you got to come from a certain cloth. And that's what I'm saying. If you look back, I'm going on year 11 as the head coach of soccer. My the three head coaches before me, I was great football coaches. Chris Gilbert, Miller, Emmett Jones. But I understand why each one of them left. Really, the behind the scenes, it was some shit done behind the scenes that allowed me to be able to stay. But within me staying, it helped out 21 other cats.
Agreed.
So that's what I'm saying. But it was behind the scenes shit. They had to get to this point. Because wasn't nobody trying to stay in Dallas. But really what people want is they want to turn the house down because they really don't want no house. Damn equality. Everybody can't be good. I don't want to be around a bunch of 74 type shit. What I'm saying is what we built in soccer is the greatest accomplishment in the state of Texas football history. You can't name no greater story.
I don't know. Alito is up there, coach.
You still talking about a one-horse town that everybody drives and breathes Alito.
Yeah. Alito has the he talking about when you don't have the resources.
I got you.
They got the most title. But I'm gonna give you another fact though. When was Alito first state title though, Solomon?
What, 90?
98.
Yeah, 98. Okay, yeah.
When was their second title?
What, 09?
So if you go by that, are we not on a faster pace than Alito when they won their first title?
I got you, but you got to go a little longer though, Todd. You know, we talking about.
But
it's easy to look back and see what we done, but you current. Like people gonna hate LeBron till LeBron retire. Then we gonna sit back and say.
I ain't tripping on that. But what I'm saying is, if you look at the pace of what we've accomplished,
I'll give you that
in this 11-year run that we in.
Yeah,
we on the verge this weekend of making it to 5 state championships out of 11 years with the opportunity to win 3.
That's some Chicago Bulls stuff for sure.
And what I'm saying is, now it ain't Bulls because Bulls like won all that shit. But what I'm saying is this, though, if you look at the pace of Alito, it's a faster pace than what Alito was at. Yeah. But Alito was what we studied. Longview is what we studied. We studied these type of programs to get to the point where we at. When people were questioning, why did we get on that bus to go play the Longview? It was for preparation for Alito one day. People don't know. We played Alito on the freshman level. After they beat us 18, our freshmen and JV played Alito every year. Why? Because we were trying to see, okay, if we competitive with them as freshmen and we ain't competitive with them on varsity 4 years later, then that's on us as coaches. Because that means talent-wise, we done with their ass as freshmen.
Yeah.
They beat us. It was a close competitive game. We had the chance to win. But that shit carried over. Go back 4 years ago. We were playing Argyle. Argyle beat our freshmen twice in one season. But we knew what was coming up down the road. So what I'm saying is this. Like, put some respect on our shit and don't compare that shit to nobody else. I don't give a damn who you compare. Don't compare us to no one-horse town. Don't compare us to... And we thriving in a Game of Thrones era. Now, this shit the Game of Thrones over here where we at.
Yeah, and I know you're talking about innocent, but I mean,
no.
Solana in the early 2000s too, Coach. Every year, every 4 in a row.
Like Solana ain't got a Duncanville 10 minutes away. They ain't got a DeSoto 10 minutes away. They ain't got a Langston 10 minutes away.
I won't argue with that.
I ain't got that. So what I'm saying is they're gonna have to put respect on this shit.
Because I just want you to talk about when y'all drove down from Skyline and y'all's #1 team in the nation and came and got that butt whooped by Bowie.
Shout out to the Dub. Hey,
watch this.
Hey, #1 Dub.
Next, Football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hugs, put in work, go rub. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach starting to stand on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. James Mack, he be on the scene, rocking the gear, it's so clean. Lead guys and go easy, off the easy, push easy. With my steppers, our special kids, making picks and so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All our fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about that club. We do it for the dub. 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 That GF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That GF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Pat O'Teevy, Jeremy McInnes, Coach Carr, and Brian Riser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the number one talk show. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out.
Going to the next round. Get ready.
Dub salute. Hey.